All right. Welcome to the Trade Vets, guys. If you are watching this as a replay, I am C130, and we have 3 a.m. Trader and Bitcoin Brad.
What's up, everybody? Good morning.
We're chilling, guys. You might have to deal with this microphone that I have. My other one, like, I only have so many slots over here in this new house that I'm in, so I can't, like, setting it up. I have to seriously jerry rig some stuff. But we're chilling. Before we go any further, I'm gonna do an audio check. So I don't know if you guys hear me or if you hear Bitcoin Brad. Let us know in the chat, please. Let us know if you guys can hear us, and then we'll move on from there. I know sometimes YouTube will be, they'll be trying to get you, but it's all good. We're chilling. We're out here. We will surpass the algorithm. We don't need no algorithm. Let's see. I just hate that since it's like a different interface. It like I can't find the stream sometimes on YouTube. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Got it.
just go to our page. It's right there.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay, sweet. All right, I can hear, see. Nice, nice. All right, I'm a,
Good morning, everybody.
I'm a, I'm
What
a,
is going on?
I'm gonna let Bitcoin Brad get his daily shout out for you guys. The first 18 people watching. I know how Bitcoin Brad loves to shout you guys out. You guys deserve the shout outs. Y'all are awesome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Mic check. Auto, mic check. Mutters, yo,
Check,
yo,
check,
yo.
1, 2.
That's how you gotta do, bro, for real. Cause I'm sometimes, bro, like I've been noticing people haven't been hearing us. So I'm like, oh, gotta bring back the mic checks. Gotta let 3 a.m. spit those bars on that microphone. Get that microphone warmed up.
Yo, Bearish Bull, Alex, Odin. That's my nephew. Zamir, Clockwatcher, Burnett, Otto, Graham, Kiwi, Tulio, Otto, Olo, Viva, Janelle, Chappies, Carl, Munners, Blades, Long and Short, Mac, Crypto Chemist, Frazier, Stack, Caesar. What is going on, everybody? Ian, Tomazo, Shep, Jorge G. What is going on, everybody? Lecker. So, we're gonna talk a little bit about the website this morning, and then we will jump into um the trade plan, right? Oh, we already got a dislike. So,
Hey.
he's got those notifications on. He's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, Bitcoin Brad's live. Let me go dislike his video real quick.
He's here. Nah, that's funny.
So a couple of you guys have signed up for the boot camp, so and you've used the website, so good job. We have some uh classes still available for the end of July, and then we have opened up the August classes as well. Um, so whatever works with your schedule, and just sign up and we will make sure that happens. He's early today. He is early today. That's because he clicked the notification bell and he's got those streams. He's probably calling his brother right now, going down to, his parents' basement that they both live in and like, wake up, you gotta dislike this video. Um, but yeah, just if you guys are interested in taking the boot camp, definitely sign up for it. And you know, let's let's get this bread, right? As C130 says. The boot camp is online. We're going to be recording it live, and then it will be available online after. Speak up, disliker. We already know who it is, Crypto Chemist. Site looks good. See if we sold it. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. It's not done yet. But big shout out to Ferdy. He helped us with it. He's one of the community members. But yeah, it's actually looking really good, and we're excited to make things a little bit easier for yourselves and for 3 a.m. He's been doing a lot of work with all the emails and everything. So, big shout out to him for helping everybody out. I'm pretty sure we have a raffle today as well this morning during this stream. So that's what we'll probably end it with. Um, and then 3 a.m. wants to do one more raffle for a night stream tonight. He's going to post something on Instagram, and if it gets to, a certain number of likes of his choosing, we are going to uh raffle off another boot camp, right? Because we understand that, not all of you guys can, afford it or make the time. So we're trying to get in, people that, give everybody a little bit of time to their value and help out as much people as we can, right? Thanks to 3 a.m. Yep. 3 a.m. is the man. So let's talk about the chart, right? So what's going on in this US Open? Looks like we are bouncing up off this low. And so, guys, this is what we talked about last night on stream, right? And then I put out the little trade last night before I went to bed, put my limit orders in, and hit some nice trades while I was asleep. So that was pretty cool. Um, and now we're down about 1,000 points from the initial entry, which was 34 231. And we're looking pretty good, right? And let's talk about the reason why I liked these trades, right? Here is the reason. So we remember talking about this little consolidation period, right? And what I was saying is in order to in order for us to get a long trade, we need to kind of bounce off of this spot. But we also were looking for a short trade if we break out of it, consolidate, and then break down, right? So you had a couple of opportunities to get in on the short. The first one was here, and you could have taken some profit here. You literally would have taken no heat though, right? So here's your entry. It was 34.23, so it was a little bit under that. So actually the entry was here. Um, so if you would have taken the breakout, you would have caught it. It bounced. This is a re-entry point. Pretty much came down, and then there was a second entry at 33,761, which was 33,761 here, right? So you got in, came back, didn't really break, and then, now we're breaking down. And this is just pure market structure, right? And the interesting thing about this is, one second, guys.
While Bitcoin Brad is doing that, I don't know how long he will be gone, but I want to give a huge shout out to Rhino and JL for buying Bootcamp on the website. For everyone that is also interested in Bootcamp, since we have so many people, today is the last day to pay for the reserve Bootcamp seats that those people tried to get slotted in. There's a lot of people that want to get in those classes, and we want to also help out the people that weren't able to get in. But sadly, if you're not able to do it by today, by the end of the day today, we're gonna have to give those seats to the other people that are in line. So today's the last day. Make sure you guys contact 3 a.m. before 8 p.m. Pacific. You know what? Let's do 7 p.m. Pacific because he's in Hawaii and it's gonna be later for him. Or no, oh yeah, 8 p.m. Pacific is fine because it'll be 5 his time. So yeah, perfect. So 8 p.m. Pacific, guys. Make sure you get with him. And just message him if you already have those seats reserved.
Blades, if you're in the first 1,000, um, when you sign up, it'll be you should be able to sign up for those July seats, right? So that's a perfect entry beneath that liquidation zone. Yeah, and that's the thing is so when I posted this, it was 10:45. So it was about right here, right? So I posted this trade, set my limits, decided to go to bed. Um, you know, and this is the thing. This is what I want you guys to understand, right? And then I posted this one, and it was a little bit of a higher risk. That's why I posted it as trade C because it was the third trade. If you guys are looking for a third trade, I tend to take a little bit more risk than some just because, I've been doing this for a little bit longer. But the reason being is because if you look here, right, we have this previous consolidation zone, and then we got a little mini one and then broke down. Um, so if you were to take this trade here on this break, right? This is the entry, and let's say it, kept going up back into our previous, that's when you've got to get out of the way. Or maybe you take profit here, and then as it comes back down in, you get a re-entry right here on this 33.8, right? and then come down, right? My second entry was here, literally no heat on that trade at all. And then, a lot of you guys in the Discord actually took the same trades or similar trades, right? Is what's his name? Is Chappie's in here? I know Chappie's was trying to trail, I think it was Chappie's. He was trying to trail your stop without getting stopped out. So, hey Coop, yeah, I hope I don't sound like I'm in the shower this time. Oh yeah, so I posted it under the admin trade alerts last night, yeah, around like 10:40 Pacific time. Yeah, so I mean that's a good spot to check when you hop on the Discord, even if it doesn't show up, uh, just hop on there. Um, and big shout out to Chappie's actually. I watched a couple of his videos last night. They're just nice, short, to the point videos about exocharts. So you know, uh, if you guys have you know, any questions about, what things mean on exocharts, jump over to his videos and, you know, watch them. They're nice, they're short, they're to the point. It's good information. I've been so focused on the boot camp, I haven't got a chance to edit that video. Uh, you know, and coming off vacation, I had a lot of stuff to kind of catch up on around the house. So but yeah, those videos are good if you have questions. I'm trying to put together a longer one. It's about, well, right now it's about 40 minutes, but I'm trying to squeeze it down to about like 20 max. And then C-130 will timestamp it for us. That way you can speed through it if get to the parts that you actually want to get to. Do you keep turning your mic on and off? I feel like I hear it.
Yeah, because I'm about to say something, but I don't know if like you're
Oh, go
gonna.
ahead.
Oh no
No, go
no
ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say yeah. I'm working on the bookmarks, guys, and like I know that there's certain parts that your guys' hearts desire more than others. So I'm definitely trying to get the bookmarks going and other tiny things like that to improve the overall feel. I know you guys aren't here for, sometimes for like the whole 3 hours, right? Some of you guys stay for 1 hour, hour and a half. We understand that, like Bitcoin Brad said, when it comes to the TPO boot camp, that the scheduling sometimes might not align. So that's why we're trying to work our best and be able to allow you guys to get the most bang for your buck, the most quality for your time. Does this mic sound okay? Like I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is a
Sounds
different
good.
one, so I hope it doesn't sound like all ear rapey and shit.
Yeah, and then if you guys want to, when you're watching the videos and you want to, bookmark a specific spot, just toss it on there and be like, hey, at this time, toss a comment on the video and be like, hey, at this time, you should put this or whatever, and that way it'll save Ramon a little bit of time as he goes back to bookmark all the stuff.
Huge shout out to Serendipity. Serendipity, you are a beast. Serendipity has been taking other videos that I haven't seen, and she's been copy not copying. She's been taking the notes and stuff, and I just pin them on the top of the comment section. So it just makes it a lot easier for us to kind of double down on that. So she'll comment on them. She'll be like, "This is the entire bookmarks." I'll right click on it, pin the comment, puts it on the top, and you guys can see it there. So if you don't see the bookmarks on the description for that particular video, check out Serendipity's comment on the comment section, and it will be pinned on the top if you guys are trying to like go through that. My brain's a little messed up today because my schedule's jacked up, guys. So if I seem off, it's just because I'm wired off of a 5 hour energy. I'm on it.
Andy's, what's up, man? Yeah, and so I think I fixed it. I think I did have my gain too high, somebody was saying. So it should be better now. Hopefully the sound sounds a little bit nicer.
Oh, 100%, man. Your mic sounds perfect. I don't hear, like yesterday was a little hissy, but right now I just hear your voice. Sounds perfect.
Okay. Good. Yeah, and so you know, basically what we have now is we had a little bit of of a, looks like a profit taking period with this inside bar here, right? See that we didn't break the highs or the lows, and so the B period is going to open up and clank. The money goes into my. Sorry, guys, my headphones are going off. Move this down. See if we can break this A low. And so what we're see now we're getting a nice little bid. Let's see if we run these stops. The interesting thing here, guys, is that we don't have any single prints on the way down, right? So pretty fair auction as far as the uh the way down goes, right? And that's interesting to me because it just kind of shows you that the move down wasn't really any liquidations. It was just people, just kind of taking profit. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like we're just kind of taking profit. And if we zoom back, we have this consolidation period back here. If we take a little box and draw it, it looks like we're bouncing, right off the top of it, right? And that's interesting. Um, that's interesting because we put in, we finally put in a little bit of a higher high, right? Not necessarily on like a larger scale, but on just like the current trend, right? If we go to this chart here, you see how we popped up, put in this high, we were able to break the high, but we had a deep pullback, deep retracement, right? Which is pretty normal. Um, I would could just consider this kind of just like a little force down, and then now we're watching the top of this level here. And then top of level here, which we kind of caught a little bit off of. The fuck is that? Oh, the HMA. When we get into oil, guys, we'll start talking about that HMA. You have the top of the range here and then the bottom of the range here. And we're kind of catching a little bit. So once we get back up into this consolidation zone, right? Back up into this previous consolidation zone here from about 33,160 to about 33,370. It'll be interesting to see, how the rotations go. Looks like B is going to run these stops right here. And this is kind of a nice little fade trade after this. If we start to run up, there's a lot of fuel and they're not very far apart from each other. That's the thing that I like is that a lot of these stops are not very far apart from each other on the way up. So ran the stops of M there, right? And these stops are just kind of, you know, all within each other's space. Eduardo with the 5. Thank you, man. Thank you. Here are some from last night's profit. Thanks for the alert, guys.
Oh, that's
Awesome,
awesome,
man.
man.
Yeah, glad you made some cash, man. That's awesome.
I think it's dope that you took some of those profits and you reinvested it into the community. You contribute towards the cause, man, and that's awesome because it shows that you're not greedy, and that's a good thing to have for your mindset. Is take the profits while you can, do what you got to do, and man, like that's what it's about, right? It's sharing the love, and honestly, just sharing the collective knowledge and experience, and just huge shout out, man. That's awesome.
Graham said he entered a short on ETH at the bottom. The ETH trade last night would have been nice. I didn't even look at ETH. Should have. Easy consolidation breakout trade. Um, and what's funny is I've been watching a couple of other streamers, crypto streamers, and it looks like they're starting to use value area low, value area high. They're starting to, I saw one draw a consolidation box. It's interesting, right? I guess market cipher is just not enough anymore, right? Not that it ever was enough, but it looks like people are trying to learn and get out of their comfort zone and actually improve themselves. So it's good to see. Let's see. Where's your comment, Graham? I entered a short on ETH at the bottom of K this morning. Bottom of K. Ooh. Um, and got caught. What would have been a better point to wait for, or was this just the way it goes? So, with K, was a little rally. Um, so when you start to get down here, like we made so you probably entered it like on the breakout of J. It's tough because if we look back at this price action, we are kind of at that bottom, and this is kind of where that dip was at. And we saw that this got a lot of support, and so that's, they pretty much when they bought here, they probably bought here again, is what it looks like to me. And so, hopefully you were able to cut it during M or something like that. Um, or if you bought it here and then it ripped up and then came back down, Uh, what you want to do when you're next to these levels like this is wait to see a breakout, right? Yeah, we did run some stops in the J and the K area, but you know, you're in this previous consolidation and you have the previous consolidation from back here as well, and you had all this buying, off of this level here, and the price action from before basically just was kind of consolidating, came down, came back up, consolidated, and then ripped up, right? And so I tend to pay more attention to these consolidation zones than the actual lows, right? People are like, oh, this is going to be support. That's where it's going to be off of, right? But actual support is here because this is where actual buyers come in. Yeah, people are buying and selling these spikes the whole time, of course, because everyone is trying to buy the low and sell the high. But, you know, uh, if this is what you keep trying to do, you're gonna get caught by this evil scientist, right? And he's, just gonna be laughing at you because you fell right into his trap. That's what he's waiting for. He's giving up a little bit of this downside because, he's buying these, right? The market maker is buying these and you're selling it to him way down here, and so he's getting to buy it for cheaper just to bring price right back into the structure. Right. So just, draw a little structure box. Unfortunately, ExoCharts doesn't have a lot of drawing tools. Um, you can download what's called the Epic Pen, right? That's what I downloaded. I think it's $25. I don't know if it's like monthly or I think it's forever. So you just uh you just can draw it that way. The thing is you have to erase it and then when you move your screen and stuff. So it's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's at least if you're a visual person, it gives you an idea of, okay, this is what I need to see. This is what I need to look at. Let's see here. Yeah, I hope that helped, Graham. And hopefully you didn't take too much of a hit. The new Trade Vets logo, you guys are too funny. So I've got a lot of people asking me about the Ethereum options expiry, right? And it says, like it kind of looks like the bears are coming out of hibernation and trying to sell ETH off, right? Let's take a peek back and see if we can find some more levels. Looks like ETH has just been getting shit on over and over. Crypto camps don't tell about my traps, my bad. I have to go to trading view for this one. Boom, use the shortcut. What's up, guys? Someone gave me the tip. Eric Smith with the 5. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, let's get that algorithm triggered early and bang that like button. All right, Crypto Face already came over and disliked our video. So we got that out of the way early. So now we can all just bang the like button and go from there. Um, so here is ETH, all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Oh, I haven't even been talking. What the heck? I was gonna,
Oh,
say,
good.
no, I was gonna say thank you for the 5, Eric, and also I was gonna say, yeah, like you said, Brad, Crypto Face already, you already hit that dislike, and the algorithm, you guys have been smashing it. Like our discoverability is going through the roof when you guys like the videos. It's been freaking awesome. Big shout out to Eric. Thank you, man.
Yeah, there was a person last night when we were streaming. I know you're like moving and stuff,
Mm.
but they were just being wild, and I never seen their name before.
What were they doing?
And no, they were just being weird.
Oh man,
And they
classic,
like he's like I am crypto face, and I was like,
classic.
all right, well, welcome, man. If you wanna learn something, just stay tuned and we can help you out.
Second you said that, he left. He's like, oh, he's not getting mad.
There's a second dislike.
Oh,
Nice.
got
This is
him.
brother. Brother woke up. Classic.
Can
All
I
right.
let's see some classic in the chats. Everyone say classic. You got the second dislike. You got to say classic now. You got to get that Bitcoin Brad classic going. Oh man, every time you say it, Brad, every time.
It's so funny, like just like the loyalists, bro. I feel like fucking oh, there's the third one. Then Voldemort
Oh
showed up
God,
as well. Yeah. It's like what was that dude
what the heck?
from SoCal that like Charles Manson? That's what I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know.
Oh,
I
Charles
I
Manson.
feel like that's like his followers are like they're like don't talk bad about this person because he's the best trader ever. I've even had people message me on Discord telling me like, "Bro, he trades so much money. He's the best trader ever." I'm like, like, that makes sense because you probably don't know shit about trading, So,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everyone has an opinion, and I mean, here we just keep it real, so it's just the way it is, guys. I mean, no, no ill will to anyone, like Brad said, right? I mean, if anyone wants to learn, right, we'll teach them how the institutions do it, how the real money players do it. It's just the way it is. That's just truth, Like, we're just trying to be real with you guys, transparent. Four people apparently didn't like that, and that's perfectly fine. But if they didn't like it, at least go to the Discord and let us know what you didn't like so we can improve it. And if you simply just didn't like our opinion, well, it seems like you have a long way to grow as a trader to remove emotions out of the mix. And that's just the way things are, and certain people are like that.
or well, as we get more people, as we get more people, and plus he's probably been like telling his, loyalists to come over.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, man.
So let's get back to this and enough of that
Mhm.
fucking nonsense. So this is all the way back on May 23rd, right? We had this little consolidation zone and a little consolidation area, right? And then, a nice little pop-up. Basically, I would be watching, I guess, what is this? Clear these out. Levels to watch are is going to be this level for this options expiry, right? Because there is that big options expiry that everyone is kind of you know, waiting on or kind of like holding their breath for. So we are in that same consolidation zone as before, right? And then up here we're going to get some more consolidation. So it's basically just a watch. And a lot of this is going to happen throughout the day today. And what we're going to look for is to see how, people decide to uh go after the options and how they decide to trade them. Here, I'm getting a phone call real quick. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. Um, my wife works nights. She just got off work, so she's calling me. Let me know she's on her way home. Uh, yeah, I don't know where she's at. What's You're not
Bro,
talking.
bro, no
Yeah,
way. Are you
you need
serious?
to figure
Again,
that shit out, dude. You keep doing that.
dude, it's because I'm not using my other mic, and like I was talking, and all right, let me say it one more time. All right, guys, I want to go ahead and shout out the server boosters. That was my bad, because I have my mic when I mute it, it clicks, and I don't want you hearing my keyboard in the background because I'm behind the scenes on the chat. But but let me say that one more time. So big shout out, guys, to all the server boosters, right? Everyone here has put forth effort, but the server boosters have put forth just a little bit more effort, and they just deserve to be recognized for that, because that helps out everybody. Server boosting is a collective beneficial thing. So I want to give a huge shout out to, where's it at right here? I want to give a huge shout out to Premier Crypto, Andes, Eli K, Chappie's Crypto, Lemon Curve, Hail Odin, X3, Kiseki Warrior, Alor, Renraku, Filibuster Fireworks, Bear Spool, Inzelek, I think I said that right. Hunt, no credits left. Sam Benyon, Clock Watcher, Serendipity. Huge shout out to Serendipity. Thank you for helping me out with those bookmarks on the video. Super amazing help. Thank you so much. Nigel, Rhino, JLGB, Tommy J, Marcin, Pasnikowski, All Stars, Graham, F2 Robo, Smart Alex, Z, formerly known as Doinked, Dan, Crimson, Misspelled, Cam G, Jingles, Boyd, Olo, Alfsign, aka DRJ, Dave, DC, Flocky, Jens, Sirkin, VN1BK, Skotsky, Searman, Vapor Wavy 1, Ace, and Roan. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. There's 49 of you guys. You guys are awesome. Huge shout out. Thank you guys. Yeah, man, my bad. My mic just like I mute it on the thing, and then I'll go like this, and then I'll unmute it, and then I'm like, what? I haven't been talking the whole time. Like, what the heck? Where is my? I'm just not gonna mute it. If the keyboard gets loud, guys, let me know in the chat. I just try to answer the chat while Bitcoin Brad talks. Makes everything easier for us. Are the Discord bots permanent, or do they expire at some point? Oh, boosts. Yeah, the boosts. They're pretty much monthly for anyone that's boosting. Um, we only need 30, so nobody else has to boost unless they want to replace the boosters we have now. The crypto chemist, you were talking. LOL. I was wondering why C130 didn't pop in here. Yeah, guys. If I'm quiet, it's because my mic is muted. If it's dead silent and I'm not talking, it's not because I don't want to talk. It's because my mic is muted and I'm still paranoid that it might be muted. Okay, it's good. That's why. So please let me know in the chat. Boost the boot camp. Yeah, right. Get those server boosts in the boot camp, guys. There's a channel, there's another Discord for the boot camp. So if you're in there, we would appreciate some server boosts. We can bring in some quality stuff over there for the people that decide to go that route. Auto TW, I don't know how to boost the server. How do we do it? Yeah, sure thing, Auto. Go to the top right on the where's that? Go to the top right of the Discord, and there should be a drop down arrow, and it'll say server boost where it says the Citadel. Click on that. It'll redirect you to a page where it will give you a variety of options on how you would like to boost the server. But I mean, I wouldn't really worry about the Citadel. The Citadel has a lot of amazing people that have decided to boost the server already. So, we got a good amount of time on that before, we can start replacing some of those people for server boosting and stuff. It would just be fair. There's no reason to have 60 server boosters if we only need 30 guys.
Hey, so Andy's asked, I see you mark 30-minute period as levels. Would you never mark daily levels again? How I've been marking support. So you can mark daily levels. Um, and I do look at the daily time frame sometimes. But just not really not 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 super often. Right. You can see all the levels that I've drawn. I need to erase them probably from the overnight action. But so a lot of times the 30-minute levels will line up with the daily levels and they'll just give me a little bit more accuracy. It is a little bit more work to mark the levels on the 30-minute chart because you have to, you end up marking more stuff. But for the way that I like to trade and the way that we trade here, we're trading on 30-minute time frame, so it just makes sense to have all of your levels marked on the 30-minute. But yeah, I mean, you could use the daily levels. Just make sure make them a different color or do something to differentiate them. That way, which levels are which levels are going to have stops below it, and which levels aren't.
Huge shout out to Progressive Martian for the $5. He says, "Thanks, guys. You guys are by far the coolest traders ever. Thanks, Serendipity, for saving me a bunch of time." Yeah, huge shout out to Serendipity, man. She's been just killing some of those bookmarks, killing them.
So let's talk a little bit more about this options expiration. So with the options expiration coming up, we see that there's I think it's uh there's like there's more calls outstanding versus puts, 64,000 more calls, right? Um so it will be interesting because the calls are probably from pretty far out, and you're gonna see people try to and that's probably why we had this sell off, is because they're hedging against those calls, right? To try to, get back into the black or into the green, if you don't know what black is. Um, the max pain price is 1920. So that's up here, back in that previous structure. So um, maybe they try to push it back up. And the CME data has been showing a that mic click is horrible. Yeah, that's Ramon's on his secondary mic, so you just have to bear with him today.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
see, I knew it was gonna. Yeah, I knew someone was gonna say something, man. My bad, guys. Sorry.
I can hear it in mine too.
My bad. Yeah.
Um, the CME is saying that institutional demand um is rising for crypto, right? So there is a lot more people that are kind of getting into the BTC futures, right? And that's one thing too, as we go forward, if you guys are interested in trading the futures on Bitcoin, right now there's not a ton of uh liquidity, right? Not as much as there is on like the ES or some of the other futures. But, it is there, and it gives you a little bit of a chance to set certain risk parameters and understand what the in and out is. You can trade micro Bitcoin futures, and I think it's like $2 in, $2 out, and then Bitcoin futures is $5 in, $5 out, or like 550, 575, something like that. Um, and it trades the exact same as regular Bitcoin, same levels. It's just, you have to use limit orders, just like you should be using limit orders anyways, because if you don't use limit orders, uh, what's going to happen is you're just going to get a shit fill, and you're going to be trying to get filled and, you know, uh, not get filled on the spot that you're trying to get filled, and then, kind of have to change your plan on the fly because of what's happening. Luis Rivera said, "Yeah, buddy, just paid for the course in the trade room. Let's get it." Yeah, heck yeah, Luis. Luis, where are you at? Are you in where do you where are you stationed at? Or were you just in before and now you're out?
Yeah, I think he was in before. He's a veteran
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah, he was airborne for like his first contract, and then he was like, "I'm done," and did some other. I think he did like two contracts, and he was done.
Say crypto came and share than us. Let's see. Someone asked a question. Said, Brad, what's the difference between TPO and market profile? So the market profile, like when you go to market profile um on here, you can add market profile, and it's basically just giving you a little bit of an outline. It's not actually giving you the exact levels. So, um, they are very similar, but the market profile is not as accurate as a TPO is going to be. That's pretty much it. Um, my ears are getting raped because of that annoying muting and unmuting sound or beep, whatever it is.
Yeah, I stopped it.
Uh,
I'm just gonna
okay.
force myself to remember because I know that that mic click is kind of loud, so I don't want you guys to, click away from the video because of something I can prevent. So I'll just be looking at the chat because I'm on the chat, guys, and then I'm also working on some stuff in the background, and then I go back to the chat. So I just don't want to, you guys hear this, all that. So I'll just remember to unmute it on the software itself.
I'm gonna give my son his insulin real quick. I'll be right back.
But yeah, a lot of good stuff today, guys. Really, honestly, we foresaw most of this yesterday. So these morning streams are very beneficial for those of you guys that want to see the market open and that want to understand the structure. And the cool thing about a follow up the next morning at 6:30, pretty much a whole 24 hours later, is just a review of how our analysis on the structure actually played through. So it's really good to identify these, even if you're a beginner, right? Understanding just the basics of market structure can let you make those sound decisions, or even just seeing the market structure unfold, it'll give you that screen time, especially when Brad explains it. It's very easily put, and it makes it a lot easier to just comprehend the data and make whatever choices you're making based off of that extrapolated data, if that makes sense. Because you can only really get so much from what you're looking at as a beginner to where your decisions are honestly not based off of what's even happening. It's just based off of what you believe may or may not be the right or wrong choice of what is happening. So we automatically have a bias, right? But Bitcoin Brad is really smart with TPO. You know, for me, I kind of just I said, you know what, I'm just gonna listen to him. He has a very good success rate. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna listen to it, and it's been working out pretty great. So I recommend, guys, if you're new here, just look at the way he's doing it. You know, forget everything else that you've learned. Forget, support, resistance at these levels, Fibonacci's. Okay, just look at where he puts his support, where he puts his resistance, why he does that, and have that as a narrative for why you should do it next time. But don't do it just because he does it. Use it as a learning experience to come up with your own opinion on what you believe the market's gonna do. But for now, just sit, enjoy, right? Get a Coke or something, like get a Pepsi, whatever you guys like drinking, a coffee or something. Just
Did a bang.
chill. Yeah, yeah, get a bang, crack a bang open, just sit back, right? Like, recline your seat back, right? Mindset is everything. When you guys come into these streams, just chill, right? Chill. We'll do like when we start the stream, we'll do like 2 minutes of like preparation time. That way you guys can get like some food or something, and just snack on something. Just relax, just chill. Thanks for all the hard work. C130, 3AM, and Brad, and all of our mods, says the crypto chemist. Thank you, crypto. Yeah, man. We you
Yo,
know,
shout out to Crypto actually too. He has been doing a lot of work in the Discord, when because we're on the West Coast, so he's been, basically just staying up all the time and helping everybody out as much as he can for all of those people that, live in different time zones and and can't get on for the morning streams, because we can't always do a night stream. So yeah, thank you, Crypto Chemist, for helping everybody out. So let's get back on these charts, and we kind of see, we saw the ETH consolidation a little bit more, whereas Bitcoin is just kind of grinding down. Let's go back to ETH actually. I think we kind of might see a nice little setup coming on ETH. Um, so we have our little, consolidation zone down here, and what we want to see, right? If we're looking at this little consolidation zone and we're looking to take a trade, and where did we have our support on ETH below? Let's look. 1793 was our level. Okay, so um, it's down here quite a ways. So what we're looking for is we're looking for this breakout, right? Breakout of our range, right? Um, This would be a more risky short, if you're looking for the break of this A period. But what you would look for is look for it to break out past A and then back test this range and then look for the break of M. And then, there's a lot of supply that's gonna, a lot of buying that's gonna turn into supply to kind of continue the down move if it's able to break out, right? I expect to see some action as the day goes on, and then to the upside, it's just kind of like Bitcoin. All these are kind of lined up, ready just to get knocked down. So if we're able to, we already ran these stops to, except for the K stops. So if we can get back above that structure, hit those K stops, we should be able to hit those I stops, and then maybe get a nice move. The overall market is actually breaking up. We're up at an all-time high of 4270, right? And buyers are still coming in, it looks like. So That is interesting.
It is very interesting.
That show was great earlier.
What do you as far as price action, Brad, with your knowledge, what do you foresee happening besides like, the run up? Do you think there'll be like a few hiccups here and there before the pop?
You're talking about with E?
Yeah, the on that market structure right there that you had laid out.
Um, I
That
mean,
pop.
really, if you're trying to long from here, it's a little bit more risky of a long, right? Just because we are at a low and we are, kind of above this structure where we could, possibly, we could possibly, kind of do a little pop and then drop. And there's a lot of room below, right? Like we looked at basically what happened was, we had like that little peak below and then come back into the structure. So if we start to get back into this low area, what could happen is as it's rising, you're going to get all these people buying, 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 and thinking that we're going to, go to the moon, as they say. And it could just be, we could have our Elon Pacman just sitting here, just soaking this all up and then go down to test that low. Right? You got to prepare for all scenarios and you've got to understand that every trade that you take, is a 50-50 trade, right? You've got to understand that you're not going to win every single trade. And if you expect to win every single trade, you're going to have a tough time staying in, you know, this racket, right? It's gonna be a tough go for you going forward if you're expecting to win all the time. And so you just need to be prepared to cut trades quick if they're not working, right? And you've got to work on your psychology to understand that if you cut a trade and then it does end up working out, the good old pop, lock, and drop. Exactly, Big Blaze. He got me. He got my joke. Um, and so the if it doesn't go your way, so let's say you take a trade like this, right? Let's say we come back here, we break the A's, we back test the low of this structure, we hold below it. You take a nice trade on the outside. We get some steam for this M, but gets right to this M and then doesn't go anywhere, right? And it just starts to creep back up, right? Well, what's happening a lot of times is, your stop is the top of C. And so you try to give it all this room and it comes here, it starts to go back down. So you're like, okay, I'm good. And then it comes back up here and then takes you out, right? When you could have easily just cut the trade here. You know what I mean? So as it started to come back against you, you could have just, called it quits, maybe tried to cover a bit of your commission. Um, you know, but instead you're trying to win every single trade or hit 1,000 pointer every single trade. It's just not going to happen. Um, it's just unrealistic, right? And so you've got to be realistic in this game. That's a key thing that you have to make sure that you're doing as you're going forward. Would you mind going over to XRP? Yeah, we can. Let's see. XRP. Hang on, guys. My wife just got home. Be right back.
If you guys want to see more alts, let us know in the Discord. What are the you know what, here, I will go and start a poll. Let me see some alts in the chat, guys. Let me see some alts, okay? And I'll put them up in my poll, and then we'll throw the poll up, and we'll see, which ones are the most requested ones. So just type in some. Don't spam it, please. Just type ETH, XRP, V chain. Go ahead and just type in those alts, and we'll go ahead and make a poll. We'll vote, and we'll take the top three, and we'll do a review on those top three regularly. 'Cause I know you guys love your altcoins and stuff. It's not fair, that we don't. ADA, okay, we got ADA. We got ADA. One at a time, guys. So Alex has three. We'll just do one per. Pick your favorite alt, and we'll put it in here. Yeah, okay, cool, got you. Uni was your first one, so I'll put Uni. Matic. Okay. Matic. BNB. All right.
All right.
I'm making a poll real quick, Brad. If you see some alts on there,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna take the top three alts that are that get voted on the most, and we can do those because I know people love their alt, so I want to see which ones they like the most. Got
I
BNB,
do
ADA.
I do love me some XRP, not gonna lie.
Yeah, XRP price action is decent. I like it. It's just it's one of those coins that just it's very affordable, you know, and
Yeah.
they actually have utility and stuff.
Well, and XRP, I mean, it did have this pullback, right? But as it popped up, and you guys know I have a bunch of XRP, it popped up, but it hasn't drawn down um, the way that, Bitcoin and ETH and all of, a couple of the other coins have came down, right? It just kind of had a little pop down, but if you look at the retracement on like Bitcoin, let's say, Bitcoin came back down into that previous structure from below, right? So we had the little breakdown. It didn't really pop as much, right? Percentage wise, of course, you know, the number obviously is bigger, but percentage wise, and then Bitcoin's had this pullback back down into this lower structure, right? And there is a decent amount of support here. If we take our handy dandy drawing tool and we're bouncing off the top of that previous structure, but it's the same thing that kind of happened to ETH, except for ETH didn't get as low, uh that pop down here, right? And this is kind of something that you have to pay attention to for sure.
You have Carlos just voicing his opinion. He said, but XRP is very sensible to today's news.
Yes, that's true. It is.
I kind of want to see a bank, man, just like go ahead and say, hey, we're gonna actually try to use XRP. Like we're gonna, test it out and see how fast we can transfer stuff. It would be so fast, man, like real time money. I think the biggest heap right now, guys, is regulators. The biggest thing. But like Bitcoin Brad right says, the XRP is one of those coins that just has the value that you could see it actually doing something. Yo, somebody get that screenshot ready. We got another one.
This
what
is
is
the
what is
this
that?
is the market bear.
That looks evil, bro.
This is everybody in the market that just wants everything to go down. Or up, right? You just got to understand that you can't just be a bear or a bull. You just got to trade with the chart that's in front of you, right? You just got to understand that, things go up and things go down. Um, and for you, it doesn't matter because you know how to trade and you will know how to trade everything, no matter how it trades or no matter which way it goes. And so you're not worried about, you know, if these things are going up or they're going down. You're just concerned about um, making the right trades, getting good zones, getting good entries, and going from there, right? A lot of times, people are so caught up with, okay, well, this is the perfect spot to buy. And I've seen a lot of people get wrecked because they're trying to buy these bottoms, trying to call the low, basically. Um, and there's like a famous thing, the great Bambino like steps up to bat, right, and points to the outfield with his bat and then hits a home run, and that's what's on the news. But how many times did he do that before it actually happened, right? How many times did he point to that the 450 marker on the outfield and then smack a home run, right? Um so if you try to call every bottom, and what's going to happen is a lot of times probably you're going to strike out. And so that's one thing you've got to be careful of, is you've got to understand that that's not always going to go your way. So you got to be careful with that kind of stuff. I'm trying to just read the comments at the one. XRP is going to be used in international banks to trade between each other. After the close, trillions get moved across the world. to be used by China, then back to the US.
I'm ready to see how all that's gonna pan out, honestly. Like, there's so much speculation, guys. Like, I'm just ready to see it get implemented so we can see real-time results. That's what I'm curious about because one way or another, it's just gonna be different, and different things at first are always kind of rough. Like, I remember back then they were talking about how like seat belts were dangerous and how they restrict your freedom and this and that. Like way back then when cars were first coming out, they were all these regulations on like how you needed a flag, like a flag runner in front of the car. Like he needed to walk around with the red flag everywhere you went with a car because apparently they're dangerous motor vehicles. I'm just like, man, so much negativity. And then nowadays, we just use them everywhere. It's just early adoption is always a little quirky for anything, regardless of how beneficial it may be. That's the nutty part. That's why you gotta follow them Bitcoin Brad analysis and just trade the price action for now until it actually stabilizes. Cause what can you do?
And so here's that ETH play that we were talking about, right? We got that breakout of A. You saw a little pause. It retraced back up to that value area low, and then kind of forced its way down past the M period. And so now what you're looking for, right, is you're looking for it to either hold this low here, or you want to make sure that it holds below this structure, right? Let's say you missed the entry. As it retraces, you want to see it hold the low of this structure in order to catch this out, right? We have some other stops back here, but you've got to you've got to be careful with this one because we are on the low. So you don't want to be caught with your pants down, basically, trying to short the bottom. Just gonna mark the stops for you guys right here. This is where you know you're gonna get some fuel. Um, and then we'll go back to the current price. Peek at it.
Oh, what the heck?
What?
My computer is being weird.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and so this is what you're looking at. There's that little breakout, right? And then here comes the buyer or the sellers coming back in right here. And so what you're looking for it to hold, this low, right? This market structure about right here. If it does retrace, and if it does hold this impulse area as well, that's great. That's a great sign, right? You're gonna get some stop release. Here we go, below this level, right? And this is going to just act as a little, see, there's a little bit of the stops, and there's going to be some more stops below this level. And look how it comes right to the tick of that level, guys. And the reason is because there's buyers with positions down here, and they're waiting to buy this up. We're not seeing a ton of responsive buying. So my thoughts are is that we're going to push through this here. But you've got to be patient and see how the response is, right? So there's some responsive buying right there. People, saw that wasn't able to run the stops immediately, and then they started buying, right? They're trying to defend their positions down here. And that's why, it's we're able to mark these levels is because this is how market makers are trading, right? They're waiting for things like this. And so, you know, uh what happens is a lot of people are trying to buy this, and they're seeing a nice little pop off the bottom. And so you get all these retail traders, people like yourselves and I that don't use TPO that are FOMOing in, right? And what happens is market makers are like, sure, we'll sell it to you. Here, you can have it. And then, price will come down, they'll get liquidated, and then the market makers will buy it down here, and then price will come up. So this person right here was right, but the thing is that they weren't patient, and now they're sitting in this guillotine, and getting their head chopped off, right? Because they weren't patient, and they're about to get their head chopped off right here when we run these stops. And that's the thing is that you know if you can't stay patient, you got to buy yourself a fidget spinner and figure it out. See, guys, it's just there's those stops, right? This person's just getting their head cut off. It's just it's just like clockwork, right? Where's Clock Watcher? It's like Clock Watcher. You know, and you've got to be able to stay patient, wait for that, right? You're like, oh, this is a huge support. Maybe this is a daily support, maybe it's a weekly support, maybe it's some type of support. But the point is not just buying off a level because it's a level. It's understanding what's happening at that level and then going on, right? And look at the responsive buying. Just like I said, right? This is what market makers do. You've got a bunch of retail traders FOMOing into the long because this is a big level and it came down, right? They all got liquidated, so they had to turn into buyers, and market makers are sitting down here buying this thing up, right? Forging their sword here. I'm on fire today, I think.
Nah, yeah, bro. Your drawings, man. You got to make Yu-Gi-Oh cards out of them for the market. That way, when you see a certain price structure, you can just go ahead and pop out the Yu-Gi-Oh card and be like, "Oh, this is the Hanging Man," or, you know what I mean?
Right.
This is the
You know,
Market Bear.
this is this is where they're doing their forging and what they're forging off of and what they're forging, they're sharpening their swords off of is not, hot molten lava. It's retail traders' money. And that's what I'm trying to help you guys out is, you know, basically understand or train yourself to be patient. The psychology aspect of it um, is is so important, and being patient is, even that much more important. You're marking them stops off market structure value area low. I was just marking them on I was marking these stops on the previous market structure. So we have a market structure low here. That's where stops are hiding, and then they're hiding here and here and here, right? And that was our little um our evil market maker that we drew like right on the beginning. And see, so look what's happening. Prices coming back up. So these people that bought right here, that got stopped out right here, prices back to their entry, and now they're pissed, right? And now what happens is they start to anger trade. They start to decide, oh, you know what? Um, I gotta get back in this. I gotta get back in this. And that's what the market maker is counting on, right? But they're gonna be patient, like, oh, when should I get back in, right? And they're just waiting to FOMO in, waiting to FOMO in. And what's gonna happen, I mean, not for sure, I can't predict the future. What's gonna happen is they're gonna buy this long because they don't know what's going on. Remember, this is a 30-minute bar, and a lot of these people are trading on fucking 6 minute, 3 minute, 12 minute, all these crazy ass trade times. And so they're starting to get green dots popping up on their screen, like, oh, this is the buy signal. This is the buy signal. Once the price gets up here, they're gonna buy. We're gonna reject off the bottom of market structure and trade back down, right? And this is not gonna happen for sure, of course. Just like this down move, I had no idea for sure that it was gonna happen. It's just uh, what it looked like was happening, right? And when price gets back up here, we can kind of look for that. But the reason that this is happening to them is because market makers are, they bought down here and they're up here and they're selling it. And as long as these people want to buy it, they'll just keep selling it, right? And you're going to get a huge, FOMO of buyers right here. They're going to release their position and they have this huge bid that's pushing the market up, right? They've got this like $12 million bid right here that's holding the market up, and then they're gonna pull the rug, right? And what's gonna happen is everyone's gonna FOMO in here. We're gonna reject off the bottom of structure. No one in here is gonna get caught in that because everyone knows about market structure at the trade vets, and then price is gonna come back down. And uh, this is just how it happens. This is how the market makers take advantage of retail traders like yourselves and I when they're not as experienced or they don't pay attention to things like this.
It's how the market makers make the market. It's like saying it's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. And
Get that cookie crumbling, guys.
that's the way that cookie crumbles, right? Walter Cronkite. You know that? Or you just
uh,
not from the movie?
nah, it just sounded funny when you said it, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, what
That's
the
how he talked. Walter Cronkite. That's how he talked. He was a
hell?
news anchor.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, some news anchors be
Back
wild
back
though.
when news was news.
When news mattered, when news bloopers were YouTube. I'm putting up a poll on here. Every poll I put up, I remove the winner from the previous one, and I'm gonna try to go for four cryptos. I'll go for four. So we have ADA already. Looks like Matic is gonna win this one. I'm gonna close it in the next 30 seconds, and then if Matic wins, I'll take Matic out and throw another crypto in there, and then do that two more times, and then we'll see who wins, and then we'll have our list for our altcoins. So if you guys want to be interested in participating in the poll, it is on the chat. Go in there, voice your opinion. It is anonymous if anybody is worried about that. It is anonymous. All the polls are anonymous. Go ahead and voice your opinion. You know, this is a community event. We're all one community here, so let's all vote and get this going. And we want to. Ooh, Matic and XRP are close. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead
Matic
and
has
vote.
had some good trading. I've been looking at Matic. Somebody was bringing it to my attention the other day in the Discord, and they were talking about it.
Is it
And
nice? I
yeah,
haven't
it
looked at
has
it.
yeah, it looks pretty good actually.
Matic. Wow, Matic and XRP are neck to neck, and the votes went up by 10 people. Yeah, I'll probably let this one run for a little bit because it seems like people both want Matic and XRP. So, and if Matic wins, then XRP can be on the next round, vice versa. Let's see. Jose Leon says, "How do you catch the pullback, but the real one, not the manipulation by the market makers?"
I mean, the biggest thing is, staying patient. What happens is a lot of times, you know, um, you've just got to, and also you've got to take profit. Like I said, like, I was saying it, it ran these stops and then it retraced. What happens is instead of taking profit down here and understanding, the next structure was here, so those people front running this structure, you're letting it run all the way back to your entry, right? If your entry was the A or the M, you let it run all the way back up and you gave up all these profits, right? This is, 30, 25 bucks from there, right? And then, from here, uh, almost what is that? Almost 40 bucks, right? Or 36 bucks, right? And that's what's happening is that you're giving up all this profit, and that's what the market makers are counting on. They're counting on you holding your position because they know how retail traders work. They understand the psychology behind it and understand that a basic trader, untrained trader is, going to hold on to something forever, and they take advantage of that. And they
Yeah.
also understand that a lot of retail traders, especially when it comes to crypto, their liquidation is a lot of times, a little bit, they're not able to stay into trades very long because a lot of people are, you know, ultra leveraged and, like really, really going in after it. So, these are just things that you've got to understand as we keep trading and as we keep growing in this community together. Because what's happening is everybody just FOMOs, especially in crypto, right? It's like the FOMO capital of the world. All of these, uh, all of these people FOMOing. So what we're trying to do is just understand what the market makers are doing and then ride the wave with them. Hey, we're up to 100 likes. Hell yeah. Good shit, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. You guys are great. We're smashing the algorithm, and those 100 likes help out a lot more than anyone here, even myself, can imagine. This algorithm is weird, but we got this, guys. The trade vets, right? Our Citadel community, we all got this together. We can do this.
It is not usual to have ETH leading.
Oh, my back.
But it has happened a couple of times. That's true, Carlos, and that's one thing that we've been talking about on stream is that it is interesting to see ETH diverging from Bitcoin. That's one thing that I've really been kind of tracking because what's happening is with this divergence, it's kind of leading to what I'm looking for in the future, right? Where I'm looking more at ETH, XRP, and some of the other coins that have utility as like the Apple, the Facebook, um, whereas Bitcoin's going to kind of turn into like the index of of it, or like the safe haven, right? So like if we start seeing ETH go down, you might see a bunch of people take their money out of ETH and toss it into the you know, the Bitcoin, right? Because they don't want to ride this down with ETH, so they're going to throw their money in Bitcoin, let it sit for a little bit, and then it'll act like the gold or something like that, right? Let's see what's happening on on Bitcoin. Right? And Bitcoin has these huge spikes too. So look, Bitcoin ran the same stops, and it's already traded past its impulse, right? It's already traded back up into that area. And so, what seems to be happening here is that, sorry guys, I'm looking at this other. Okay. What seems to be happening here is, kind of like I talked about, right? Kind of like they got a bunch of people to try to FOMO it into the short side at the bottom. They bought it all up, moved it up, and then, the same thing happened. All these people decided to get into the trade. They got stopped out, and now they were right? Because they wanted to try to call the bottom. They want to try to buy this low. They bought on C, they got stopped out. Market maker bought it all up, and now price is back above their entry, and they're stopped out and they're sitting at their computer pissed, getting ready to FOMO into another long right here above the POC, and it's gonna get up here above the POC, and then they're gonna FOMO in, and then the D period's gonna open up here in about 3 minutes, and then we're gonna come back down to A. They're gonna get stopped out, and then it's gonna keep going up, right? And this is not not for sure, but just what the market makers are doing, what they're after, right? This is what they're kind of looking for. So,
Yeah, they're after that. What do we call it, Brad? The perpetual loop of pain.
oh yeah, yeah,
That's the perpetual loop of pain. You can never get out. One thing I was gonna say earlier. One thing that really gets to me is, guys, right? Don't listen to people that say this. This is the most annoying thing ever. They always tell you. They always say this. You do not lose money if you don't sell. That is a false statement. I hate that. I hate that, man. Because eh, right, this is a test. Here, let's do a pop quiz, right? When because Bitcoin Brad has asked this, right? When you buy something, what do you become automatically? Let's see your guys' knowledge. When you buy something, what are you automatically becoming? And for everyone that doesn't know, yeah, exactly, Eric Smith, exactly. When you buy something, you become a seller. So if you buy something and you're automatically becoming a seller, sure, you might not lose money right then and there, right? If you don't sell, but if you are already expecting to be, who buys Bitcoin not to sell it, right? When you buy Bitcoin and it's going down, you're losing money because you're intending to sell. Okay, we don't know. Some people might be using different amounts, different funds, different situations. But if you're becoming a seller when you buy, then you are losing money if the price goes down. That's just facts. So don't listen to people who say, exactly, look at all that. You guys know this. Exactly. You guys are smart. You guys are educated. If you buy something, you're going to become a seller, right? If the price is going down, you are losing money because your intent is to sell. So it doesn't make sense to hodl and hold and just keep praying and having hopes and dreams, right? You gotta realize your loss early before, because who here has realized a massive loss that they just said, "Man, I wish I would have done this earlier." Right? It's going down, right? Don't listen to people who say that. Yeah, not saying don't watch your videos. Just be smart about what you take as information and advice. Because some of these people, guys, they just want to give you that false hopium. So you go back to their channel and click on their videos. You're like, oh, why'd I lose money? How are they making money, right? And that's just because they just have a large amount of money. So don't, when you're a buyer, you become a seller. Keep that engraved in your head. I just wanted to add that on there, Brad, because I forgot to say that earlier. There's a lot of YouTubers, man. They say, yeah, you don't lose money if you don't sell. That's a lie. Like, who says that?
yeah. I
You
mean,
know?
eventually you have to sell, right? And I understand investing, right? That's different. When you're swinging something, you have your target points, but the big issue with that is most of the times when people get into these trades, they're not presetting their trade plan. They're just getting into a trade, right? Let's see what the period does. See if it does exactly what we thought it was going to do. Um, what's happening is, you have either don't have a trade plan or you do have a trade plan and then you don't follow it. So let's say, let's say that your trade plan was to buy right here at 18, let's just say 1810, right? So you bought at 1810 and your target to sell is 1840. So you're looking at a $30 gain. But when it gets up to 1840, you're like, oh no, it's still going up. I'm not gonna sell. I'm gonna hold this. Um, and so, it goes up a little bit more, and you're like, nice, this thing's going to 1900. And then it comes down a little bit, and you're like, no, 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 it's gonna go up. It comes back up to 1840. You get a second chance to follow your trade plan. You don't. It comes back down, comes back down, comes back down, and then eventually you close, for break even, or maybe you even, keep holding on to this thing forever because you just, you watched a video on YouTube that told you it's going to go to, back up to 2000 or 3000, and you just want to hold on to it forever. And then eventually it gets all the way down right here to, 1500, let's say, and that's your liquidation price. You get liquidated. And then as soon as you get liquidated, then it goes to 2000, right? Now you're on, what they call the struggle bus, right? I know these windows are super, super clear. But you're on a struggle bus. And the reason you're on a struggle bus is because you have a square wheel. And it's all because you didn't follow your trade plan and you had two chances, right? And this happens much, so much. People get that chance to follow their trade plan and they don't. And a lot of times what happens is or sometimes they don't even have a trade plan. They just buy and they're like, all right, I'm just gonna get out when this thing gets to 1 million, right? It's just to me that's just chaos, right?
That hopium hits differently when you're a beginner, man. The hopium hits hard.
And so look at this, right? We came right back, almost to that low of that structure. Didn't break that impulse, and now we're kind of trading down. Let's see if Bitcoin is gonna follow suit because it kind of looks like ETH is leading the downside right here. There we go. Let's look for our levels on Bitcoin real quick.
Yeah, when I saw ETH go to 4,500, it really looked very, very overvalued.
32,354. There's some stops down here somewhere. Why are you talking about me? Eric, the thing about BitBoy is that he has the humility to admit it, right? A lot of people out there, he knows that he's not a trader, right? But he admits it. A lot of people out there are calling themselves traders and they're out here telling everybody else just to buy the dip or buy here, do this, uh, you know, green dot, Fibonacci, golden pocket, stuff like that. But with BitBoy, he knows that he's not a trader and he'll admit it. Um, because he owns a bunch of crypto, yeah, and that's the thing, he bought back in the day, and I'm sure everyone was talking shit, just like you're saying. I'm sure everyone was telling him, "Oh, you're stupid. You shouldn't be buying this. This is a waste of money. It's going to go to zero. Blah 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 blah." And also, he's probably taken some profits, right? He has a huge team that works with him, and I'm sure he's taken some profits on the way up. Uh, but he bought so long ago. At the end of the day, he's a millionaire no matter what. you know. So, But yeah, he did. Yeah, he admitted all the things are crap except for Bitcoin, and then he started talking about ETH
Yeah,
recently. Yeah.
I'll give it to him. He does. I mean, and he does show like when he's in the negatives, like he doesn't like say anything, but the fact that yeah, man, you gotta, I'm losing my money because I just gotta be willing to lose it type stuff. But he doesn't really like he doesn't disrespect anyone or say anything crazy. He knows he's not a trader, and that's like like Brad says, having the humility, having just the personal reflection on yourself to just be real with your audience base about what you're doing. It goes a long way, guys, and we know that, and that's why we try to keep it 100% transparent here.
And yeah, it is annoying that he does that. But I think, I think he does that just because of his partnership with CF, Eric. He just tries to get on there because he has a way bigger audience than pretty much anybody else in the crypto space, and he just tries to help CF get out there and pump that indicator. So it's good marketing on his part. And he knows that a lot of people out there that, that haven't taken the red pill and haven't unlocked their brain, that's how they trade, man. That's how they trade. They just, you know,
And guys, just because it's crypto, I mean, there's no exemption. Stuff like this happens everywhere, all around the world. That's why we're trying to give you guys that red pill, right? You take the red pill, and you can use it anywhere in life. Doesn't matter what it is. Stuff like this, like people do it with cars, people do it with computers. It's just the way marketing and the business structure of the world is, And we got Bitcoin Brad here, hooking up, hooking you guys up with crypto chemists to get these red pills. You gotta see if crypto chemist has a shortage on inventory. He's gonna start raising that price up.
mhm. He said, his channel makes a ton of money on ads and Bybit affiliate commission, so yeah, tons. Someone asked me would I have taken a short when the D broke? No, no, like I said, what I'm thinking is, you know, happening here is the market's just kind of, messing with these people. For me, I'd like to see these stops get ran first. Where did my line go? Did I have a line over here? There it is. Um, I'd like to see us get down into this, lower consolidation area. If you would have entered the short up here, right? Honestly, where I would have entered the short would have been the A period, or the that pullback that we had when it was just hanging around M before it really ran those stops of M. And then you could have just been holding on to it, right? You could have taken profit, comes back to your entry. You could, have your stop right here, and then, maybe try to catch a little bit of this downside. But I'm not into selling the bottoms um, of these structures, right? This is I'd like to see a consolidation and then the breakout of consolidation. That's where I'd like to get into a position, just like this, right? We see this little consolidation. We have the breakout, the back test of the low of the consolidation. That's where you get in the trade, catch a nice little move, take some profits, let it consolidate again, get the breakout, the back test of this D period, back test the low, right? And this is kind of what I was talking about, right? So you had all these people. Fuck, where's my pen? So you had all these people, right, try to buy here. They got liquidated here. The market maker bought all this up, right? Moved back up. You had a bunch of people try to get long, trying to get back to that point of control. Now the market maker moves it back down, right? So now these people are stopped out again. It's just it's just what the market maker does. And so we've just got to focus, pay attention, and trade with them. Hold on to them for a little bit, get there, catch a couple of the moves with them, and then call it a day. All right, Jens, we'll see you later.
Yeah, guys. I mean, everything is stronger together, and I'm not trying to like cut Brad off or anything. It's just you know Brad he knows how to explain the market better than I can. Because this is just his bread and butter. The man's a genius with this. But I kind of just touch up a little bit on some of the things he says because, it's going through my brain back to the people who are kind of new here just to simplify it in a way. But I mean, everything that you can ever think of is always stronger together. So, try not to fight against the market maker and just try to see where he's going. And this is his game. So there's no point to give any resistance. If the market's going a certain way, look at that and just know that that is different from where you want it to go. Because you can make money if it's going up or down.
So when you're looking at something like this, right, you're looking to see if it's going to hold the impulse area. The impulse area is where it originally ran these stops. So it ran these stops here, pushing down. It didn't quite run these stops that were down here. Came just kind of right down to that level and is bouncing back a little bit. So that's people that are responsive buying, trying to defend their positions, right? And notice how in Bitcoin D traded all the way up and there's no singles printed in C. But if we go to ETH, I think we had some singles in C. Yep. So see these single prints above in C? So there's a good amount of people, um, you know, that are getting out of their positions. And this is, probably due to that options expiry that we're seeing. Like I said, there's a lot of people that bought ETH calls and they've got to get out of those positions. And the way to hedge against a call is to sell the market, right? So they're selling these coins because the market's going down because that's the way to hedge against. Because if you bought a call and your call, let's say, if you guys know how calls work, calls are basically something you can buy for a future price, right? So let's say a month ago you bought, and let's go on this chart so we can just zoom out a little bit easier. Um, let's say a month ago you bought ETH calls for 1950, right? And a month ago, what's today? Today is June 25th, right? So I go way back. Let's go to the daily chart. Let's go to the weekly chart. Fuck it. All right, so um today is June 25th. So here's May 24th. So you bought these calls right here. And let's say you bought them for, you know, 245, right? When you bought them when price was at uh 2100. And what's happening as the market's coming down, these people are selling ETH coin. So they're shorting the ETH coin because their calls are going down. They're being worth less. And that's the only way to be hedging against those positions is to sell the market. This is what market makers are doing. Uh the people that make money in markets like these guys are not people that buy calls. It's people that sell calls, right? The people that sold these calls here to whoever bought them, mostly retail traders are buying calls. Um, they bought these calls with, the hope and the dream. If you buy anything like super out of the money, right? That's gambling, guys. Just so you guys know, if any of you guys are into options, you shouldn't really be buying anything unless it's off of a momentum play. You shouldn't really be buying anything that's too many deviations out of the money. That's just gambling. But all these retail traders decided to buy these calls because look at what's here, structured support off of the weekly chart, right? This is why I'm not a huge fan of these other charts because this means, nothing. Because look what happened. We traded right through it. Now we're to the bottom. Maybe we'll get some support, down here, but who knows, right? We might just blow right through this and come back down to $600. Um, and so what we're what they're looking for is all the hedge funds and stuff that decided to make this huge long position in ETH have been selling ETH, but most of the retail traders and stuff can't do that. So they just bought these calls and now they're just, they're probably worth nothing at this point. And that's what kind of happens.
Brett, I'm gonna take my dog out real quick because she needs to pee really really bad. She's like pawing me.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Sorry.
Let me try to run through the chat. Good stuff. Try not to sell the bottoms of these structures. Noted. Yeah, and you've just got to be careful, right? If you're gonna sell the bottom of these structures, right? So if we get, a nice little structure here and you're trying to sell this breakout, what you want to make sure that you're doing is one, you have a target, right? So you know that it needs to run these stops for you to stay in your position. If it doesn't run these stops, then you've got to get out quick. So if you sold on the breakout of A, right, when this bar formed, it went like this, right? So if you sold on the breakout of A, or maybe even the little hesitation after it broke out of A, you know that if it doesn't run these stops of M, you're out, right? You're going to cut the position. You're not going to wait. Maybe there be some better entry for you later, right? But as it does run these stops, right? and your entry is up here somewhere, or even, maybe right here, it runs the stops. You have to have preset profit targets, right? So maybe your profit target was 1810. You have to take profit here because it can rip back up. And if you didn't take profit here, now you're giving up all of this space here, right? And that's no good. Um, and then as price moves back up, you move your stop into the money, right? Without trying to get stopped out, kind of like Chappie's was doing this morning, and let it breathe a little bit because you've already taken some profit off the table. So now, when you take profit off of the table, what happens is if your entry was here, you took profit here, your new break even spot is here. Does that make sense to you guys? That's how this works. So you're able to let the trade breathe a little bit in order to try to capture a little bit of the move. But if you never take profit down here, your entry is still here. And so as this thing starts trading up, you start sweating. Your emotions start getting you. You're like, shit, 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 shit. You close and then it trades back down. And then you're back in that same spot where you're just pissed. Sorry, my headphones are going up. They're loud right there. Clickety clank, clickety clank. Um, We're catching a nice little breakout on the ES. Slow grind, but it's happening. So let me jump through this chat. Hey, I see how after using extra charts for just 3 days, the benefit of seeing volume inside the candles too and the deltas. Yeah, you can if that works for you, right? The thing is on crypto, you don't get a lot of you don't get all the information because there's so many exchanges. So it's tough to kind of judge it, but you can definitely use that for sure. Nick says CF is going to be right with a few grand, but the days of BitBoy promoting his indicator heavily are probably over. Um, this would be a good opportunity for you guys to swoop in and partner with BitBoy. Appearances of Brad around the block streams would be great. Yeah, I would love to get on there. I saw their little show. It'd be interesting because I'd kind of be the odd man out. I'd be the only person that's like actually trading and not just trying to analyze everything. Where they're like, oh, this is this and this is this and this is this. Like I drowned out all that extra shit, right? Like the options expiration, like people keep asking about it. I don't even care about it, to be honest. Um, because what happens is all this news that comes out is kind of giving you a bias. And if you have a bias thinking, let's say that you think that because of the options expiry and the max pain is 19 I think it's 1970, that it's going to go up. So you're buying, 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 and what's happening is, you're buying all these lows, right? You bought here, right? And you thought you were right for a second, then you got stopped out. You bought here again, then you got stopped out, right? And this is just like a pattern trend that market makers are counting on for retail traders to continue because that's what they do, right? And most of the times, like, do I ever let one run? Yeah, I do. Um, most of the time, if I were to get on this show like that, most of those people would just tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, or they just dismiss me. I sent BitBoy an email. I was like, hey, I'd love to get on the show. I have an interesting way to trade the market that I haven't seen on your show before. And then they sent me an email back saying that we don't have a big enough channel and they don't know who I am. So, uh, no, right? In nice words. Um, the trade vets until he spits from CF. He would never allow you on to make too much money off affiliate. Plus, you're completely counter to his narrative.
Okay, I'm back.
Um, yeah.
What happened?
The thing is that if you were a trader and you found someone that could help you improve your skills, right? Or if you're just anything in life, right? Um, if you talk about like some of the best basketball players ever, right? Or the best football players ever, the best hockey players ever, right? What they do is they call the greats and ask for help, or call people that are doing better and ask for help, right? If you think that Cristiano Ronaldo was just born kicking goals, which he probably was, but if you don't think that he's getting help from somebody, right, helping him improve, then, that's you're just living in a fantasy land, right? What happens is these great players, some people have that natural talent, right? When Cristiano Ronaldo kicks the ball, it just goes in the net, like no matter what. But there's also great teachers out there that, they say those that can't do teach. Some of the best traders are some of the best teachers, right? But then they train people up and, people surpass them, right? I've worked with James a ton and, I mean, James beat me the past 3 weeks straight as far as like you know, uh total profit, right? And his success rate has been off the charts. Um, Make sure you keep that email and pin it to the Discord off BitBoy. Yeah, I should.
Oh, why am I messing with this other mic? This mic's not
Oh,
even
do they
plugged in.
do they ship? They have it with YouTubers that have less than 1K followers all the time. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, that's just the email that I got, right? Um,
My wife brought me a McDonald's hash brown.
nice.
It's so greasy and good. I gotta chill out with the grease though. Mendy says you don't need to go to BitBoy. They're gonna be bored because it's too technical. You
Look,
have to find
it
somewhere.
says this is his team that hit me back. Uh, Hello, Brad. Thank you for reaching out. Currently, the team is primarily working with channels who are a bit larger, so we're going to pass at this time, right? There's the email right there, guys. Yeah, they said that we're not large enough to get on their channel. So,
Your credit
no,
score is not
maybe
good enough.
maybe my credit score is over 800. So, um, but maybe in the future we can, we can make something happen, right? I would love to get on that uh the show and then have somebody go off book and start talking shit to me, right? We already had somebody say that all we do is talk shit, but
Yeah,
we
that
don't
was
need to talk about others. Let's just do what we're doing here.
kind of, it's kind of
Clickety
weird
clank,
coming from somebody
clickety
who does
clank.
it all the time. Like it's just like, man, we're all just trying to trade, man. Like it just sucks, guys. This we're just trying to benefit everyone, but the people who don't want to benefit everyone are the people who are trying to teach people how to trade. Like what? You know what I mean? It's just it gets to the point where you're like, are you serious? What is there to
Hang on,
argue
I
about?
gotta I gotta answer the phone. Hang on.
Yeah, sure thing, man. But like, do you guys see what I'm saying though? We want to expand TPO. We want everyone to hear about it. Not even just TPO, just fundamentals that are built on TPO, like footprints and stuff like that. I wouldn't say built on. The way I'm trying to word it is fundamentals that can be built by understanding TPO and adding extra tools to your belt. There we go. Other crypto people, they don't care enough, I guess. I mean, you guys know how it is. These guys out here, I'm not talking about anyone in particular. It's just they're just out here to really just not give a damn. It's kind of weird. They are weird people, weird individuals. Jingles K says it is inevitable. Yeah, I think it is inevitable, guys. We are a strong community. I think personally, what's gonna happen is our community members, they come from other people. They come from other channels. They see us, right? Whether they like us or not, that's dependent. But they'll watch our videos. They'll still go back to the other person they're watching. But what's gonna happen is they're gonna learn how to trade this way. You guys are going to be super successful. You guys are going to be super profitable. You guys are going to understand the actual market structure. And I can see it happening, right? Like as we continue, you guys are going to start talking about TPO without knowing you're talking about TPO because it's how you're making money. And people are going to be like, oh, what's TPO? And they're going to be like, well, TPO is this, 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 and that. And then they're gonna be like, I'm interested in it, and you guys are gonna be like, hey, I can show you how to do some of it, but I learned it from the trade vets, or something to that degree, right? It's just that whole word of mouth thing, like, where'd you get this information from? And then they're gonna be part of our family, and it's just gonna continue growing, right? And we don't care about anything else other than just the community and the fact that we are trying to get to as many people as possible, so that way they can have this information. And you guys are allowing us to actually follow through with our plan, right? And that's the goal, right? Is to be able to expand, and you guys are allowing us to do so. And huge shout out to you guys for that. You guys are letting us grow, right? You guys, because me, 3 a.m. and Bitcoin Brad, We are nothing without you guys, and we are just people talking to a microphone without you guys, right? We have 105 people watching right now. That's freaking awesome. Like a month ago, right? It was at like 30 or 40. Now we're at 105 because you guys are seeing value and you guys are hitting the like button, you guys are sharing, and it's causing this network effect within the algorithm and within word of mouth. And we just want to be able to accommodate you guys for what you guys need. That's realistically it, right? We've been every morning, right? We've been grinding streams in the morning. The only time we didn't grind in the morning on a stream was when we did the raffle giveaway. And that's because we are on a schedule, but we'll let you guys know in advance, right? We had the raffle giveaway. We wanted to teach that class in the morning at 6:30, all the way to like 8 or 9, so we couldn't do a dual stream. And we're just trying to diversify on all aspects of this. We're trying to, divide and conquer. So if you guys see anything that you guys would like to be talked about that hasn't been talked about, check out the suggestions, right? A lot of people undervalue their community. We value our community 150%, and you guys are who we work for. So go in the suggestions and just type in there everything you want to be seen. Hey, I want to see more of this. Hey, C130, you talk too much. Please shut up, right? I'll be quiet, guys. We're here for you guys. We're here. We do not judge you guys for your suggestions. Your suggestions are gold, guys, because we want to actually feed your guys' hunger for knowledge, and we want to be able to make you guys into the traders you perceive yourself to be. Because, sometimes perception isn't reality. When I first started trading, I was like, oh man, trading easy. Numbers, all I got to do is make them go up. I got wrecked hard, right? We've all been there, but it's all good. We are all, like Bearish Bull says, the Citadel is a family. It is not a Discord. It is a family, and we are out there trying to benefit each other. Everyone there is like my brother and my sister, guys, honestly. Serendipity, I already know, right? I'm not even, off the top of my head, I already know. She does Photoshop, and she offered to actually work on some of the memes that we're trying to make, right? And I remember this. I know this because every single one of you guys have a unique skill that together when put into a community which appreciates you for who you are, right? Because nobody appreciates anybody nowadays. We all appreciate you. We had Ferdy help us with the website. He's a community member. Guys, like it's insane how easy things can be when we're all working together. That's just the truth. That's just the way it is, It's insane that nobody's out there trying to build a community. They'll call it a community. Trust me, guys, they will call it a community. It's not a community for them. For us in our Discord, that's a community. That's a legit community that we welcome people when they come in, right? Which community do you know that you walk into where they don't welcome you, right? You walk into like, a big community, you get like a welcome letter, a welcome packet. Hey, these are our events, this and that, you know? Unless it's an ROA, those guys are freaking communists, man. But we are a family. We're out here trying to do this. C130, you don't work for us. We are together. Hey, Andes, hey, you're not. Oh, Andes, I haven't replied back to your messages yet on the Instagram. I saw them, but I had just woken up, man. My bad. Sorry about that. But yeah, Andes, I just use that kind of like an example, right? Like as me, Bitcoin Bread 3M, like you know, we we are all we all wouldn't be where we're at without you guys, and I just cannot express that enough. That is the reason for success. That is the reason why we're here, is because of you guys, and you guys should never doubt yourselves in what you do, because you're watching these videos that are nothing but giving you value, and you out of all the people out there, right, are the risk takers, the ones willing to seek out the knowledge, and the ones willing to go to the forefront to be able to see what this new thing may or may not be. That's just the way it is. Those are the people who succeed the more, are the ones that are willing to learn, willing to see. Yo, my bad, Brett. I hear your mic is on, man. I had to get my 2 cents in there, man, about our community, man. We're killing it, bro.
Oh no, you're good. You're
Yeah,
good.
man. Everyone here needs to understand, guys. We are a family, and if I don't reply back to your messages, keep messaging me back, okay? Because I'm trying to manage a few more other things on top of that, and I'm moving and stuff. So if I haven't replied back to you, it's not because I'm ignoring you or anything. I can literally, like, for me, right? There's no reason why I shouldn't have a set time for me to answer messages. I just don't have that time yet. But I'm gonna go ahead and start planning on that because, on my part, it's negligence, and that's just being transparent. So I'll get better with that, guys. This whole house stuff is kind of annoying, but we're stronger together. That's the message. We are stronger together.
Joey says once the world knows TPO, then what, we trade corn. The thing about it is that TPO's been around, for so
That's funny.
long. The thing is that uh, it's not something that you can just pick up and it's just going to give you the buy and sell signal, right? You have to really study it, understand it, and then you'll start making money with it. And that's not human nature to do stuff like that, right? There's people with plenty of talent, right? But what James always says is hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work, right? And that happens all the time. You see a lot of, people that have all of this talent, great traders that, you know, um, you know, or people that have the ability to become a great trader, but don't because they just want to take the easy way out. They want to get that green dot so they know when to buy, or that red diamond when they know so they know when to sell. They want to get a yellow X so they can make themselves feel good because they know that the only reason they lost is because the market's manipulated, right? Uh, Instead of like truly putting in the work and time that it takes. So yeah, Joey, like, no matter how big we get, it's still not going to be as good for some people because there is no uh clear cut buy sell signal.
Yeah, the
When
indicator's your
when
brain.
talent works hard, you got no chance. Exactly, right? When you see so I don't know if you guys watch American football, but there's an American football player on the Seattle Seahawks. I can't remember what his name is. Um, he's a receiver, but he's basically a freak of nature, right? He's huge, he's fast, and they did like a sports science thing on him, and the reason people have such a tough time guarding him is because even when he knows he's not going to get the ball on the play, he still runs full speed because he has talent and hard work, right? And so that's why he gets open so much. Some people like Deshaun Jackson, he got open a lot because he was just fast, right? So he didn't even need to do anything else. He would just run in a straight line and people just legit could not keep up with him, right? But, when you have the the skill and the talent, um, no, it wasn't Marshawn. Marshawn was a running back. It's a current player. I can't remember what his name is. Um, but when you have things like that, that's a Metcalf. Yep, DJ Metcalf, that's his name. Um, when you have things like that, yeah, it's basically unbeatable, right? You're not able to beat something like that. And so for you guys, right, a lot of you guys have a lot of the talent and the hard work, and you're just developing the skills. And then as you develop the skills, when it comes to trading, you're gonna be good. The thing is that there's a lot of things that you guys need to work on as you go forward, right? Like I didn't just start trading today and be good at it. I've had all of the swings that a lot of you guys have had. I've done a lot of the things that you guys have done. It's just I'm kind of farther along in this journey than most people, right? And that's all it takes. It just takes time. That's why I always tell people, when you first start trading, as much as it sucks and as much as it feels like you're missing out, trade on a sim trade, right? Trade on a sim trade, right? And when you hit those big hits, don't feel like you missed out. Feel that you are making a success, right? Do you think Odell Beckham, when he's at practice making these one-handed catches, that he feels like, that didn't actually count? No, he's like, now I know that I've got this practice down. So when I get in the game and the pressure is on, and somebody's right in my face, then I'm gonna be able to perform, and I'm gonna, catch this one-handed leaning back catch against the Cowboys, and just get played on the TV every single day, right? So that's what happens. Yeah, I mean, Marshawn Lynch was a beast, and not only did he have talent, um, but he had hard work and he had willpower. He has a really strong mental game. Um, and Marshawn is a really really cool dude. When he was in high school too, he wasn't a run over you type of player back in the day, right? He used to run around people. He was really, really fast, right? But he's always been himself, and he's always had a very strong mental game. Let's say, imagine when water is traded on the market.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, water's traded in California already.
Really?
Northern California sells their water to Southern California. Yeah.
Dang.
Um, that's why. well they don't, I don't know if they sell it, but they ship it down to Southern California because
Oh,
Southern
okay.
California doesn't really have any water, and then they charge the people in Northern California high ass prices for water because we give all of our water to Southern California. It's bullshit, really.
That's wild, bro.
Yes, it is.
That's the way the news goes.
Okay, there's
You know.
that bounce off that POC. What we were waiting for. Malcolm Gladwell. Yeah, I like Malcolm Gladwell.
Let me see the chat real quick. Pop open the chat. Where the
Oh,
heck?
that's yeah, the 10,000 hours theory. Yeah, I've heard that. That's why I was telling you guys to read Psychocybernetics. I think he talks about Malcolm Gladwell in there. And and that's one of the things, it's not just gonna it's not just gonna happen like that, right? You're not just gonna get on and just be good at stuff. It's just not how it works, right? Like I play a lot of sports, and that's because for me, I like to be good at things. It's just in my personality to compete. So anything that you can win at, I've always, kind of been you know, an over trier. Um, so anything that it comes to, if it comes to, I mean, ping pong, right? I'm good at ping pong, right?
I'll
Just
school
because
you
I
up,
like to
man.
try.
I'll school you up, bro.
No, you won't. I'm
Nah,
sure
bro,
you
come
won't.
on now. I will embarrass you, bro. Nah, I'm just playing ping pong though. Low key
Yeah, I
does
bet
look
you a
hard,
thousand
man.
dollars I'll beat you.
Nah, I'm doo doo at ping pong, man. That I've seen like professional ping pong, bro. Dude, they break a sweat, man.
Oh, dude, ping pong's no joke.
Yeah,
You can.
dude.
I've been pretty sweaty playing ping pong.
I've seen like pros, like when they smack it the wrong way and it's set up for the other guy to go for like a spike kind of like I don't know what it's called in ping pong, like where they hit it real hard and it goes. Dude, they gotta sprint all the way across to the other side and still barely stick it, bro.
Yeah,
That's insane, bro.
it's pretty fun. I like to play.
Yeah, I've seen like Asian people, they like get crazy with it, like actual professional Asian tournaments. They like jump up on top of the table and start smacking the ball. I'm like, whoa.
No, you can't get on the table. It's against
Oh,
rules.
okay. That must have not been a professional game then. They had like some sort of uniform. They were just going at it, man. It was rough. It might have been a troll, but I've seen like a few people played at my old high school, man. Yeah, no thank you, man. Unless the ping pong is the Bitcoin price action, and you're smacking around that green and red dot. You know what I mean, bro? It's like buy, sell, buy, sell, sell.
Yeah, Crypto Chemist took half a decade of every day, all day surfing to be sponsored. Yeah, and he said he's good at spin the bottle. That's a good thing to be good at. Foosball. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could play some
Oof.
foosball. I haven't played in a while, but I'm definitely down to play. Um, Crypto Chemist, too funny, bro. That's what we were talking about Ramon's trick yesterday.
What happened?
Similar trick.
What trick?
It's a trick with a ping pong ball.
Oh hell no, bro. What you? I don't even wanna know, bro. Hey,
Ball golden Vegas.
somebody get Bitcoin Brad a glass of water, please. I mean, do they have a glass of water emoji on here? Let me see. I'm gonna type in water. Nah, they don't have a glass of water. Nah, here you go
Oh,
though, bro.
football golf in Vegas? That'd be fun. I'd like to do that. I've never actually played football golf, but I played frisbee golf and that was actually fun. So I can only imagine. And I can kick the shit out of this.
I'm
I have to
gonna.
bring my what do they call them in England? Bring my boots for that, right, Andes?
And he's getting ready. He's about
That's
to.
what they call like cleats.
They call them boots.
Call them boots.
Mm. Dude, I want to visit. I want to visit England just to like see the cultures and customs. Way different over there than it is in the States. I mean, like everywhere else, but like they just like their culture is so they have like a lot of etiquette, which is super dope. From what I've seen, at least.
I just like that everyone likes to drink. Like, hey, let's get a pint. It's like it's 1 in the afternoon. Like,
It's 12 a.m. somewhere, right? Isn't that what they say?
Better bring your medic pack. Yeah, I got it on standby. I'll make sure I bring it. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how useful I'll be with it, but
You gotta bring the IVs, man. Does
I
that
don't know
do
if I'll be
anything
able to
for
get
you?
them on the plane. Oh yeah, definitely.
Cause I've seen like some of the medics in my last unit. They would like get super hammered, man. Like I thought scouts can drink, bro. These medics would drink, and then they would IV themselves while they're drunk.
Yeah, James and I used to do that when we were in
Oh
Korea.
man,
We'd go get hammered and then we'd get back in our room and we'd give each other an IV, tape it to the wall and sit there and play some Call of Duty till the IV
savage,
ran out.
man.
Yeah.
Andy C130, you're welcome. And he's out here savage moments, man. You gotta make. I'm gonna make like a highlight reel of Andy's comments, and it's gonna be called Andy's top 10 most savage moments. I'm gonna put it on the Discord.
Oh, it's 2 pints, 2 pint glasses in the UK. Really?
Oof,
Damn. I don't fucking around. That's just with your lunch.
oof, bro.
Get that fish and chips and 2 pints and go back to work.
This man said fish and chips. Dude, Family Guy makes jokes about that all the time about the fish and chips. It kills me.
But yeah, I think it's about time to wrap it up, guys. If you guys have any more quick questions that we can go over, toss them in the chat real quick. We'll hit them. And oh yeah, the banana bags. Yeah, we use those banana bags. Yeah, it has the potassium in it.
I got a question for you, Brad. Someone said, so Demas said, so what would you call this current price action? Breaking out of formation, downtrend? What are you seeing?
To me, it just looks like a lower consolidation, right? So if you take your little box, right, and just we're in this lower consolidation. We had this consolidation up here. We broke down, right? Um, we broke down, kind of peaked below, came back up, right? And we're having these tops, and now we're looking to see if it's gonna pop up and see how it's gonna act now that it's out of structure, right? See if it's gonna get support off of the top of the structure and try to trade back into this structure, right? See this thin spot here, right? So there's no value there, the single prints here. So this could, cause a liquidation if it starts eating into these singles. You've got to watch the top of these singles because that's what's going to tell you is there buyers in the market. As we trade up, if we don't close off these singles, it's going to tell you that there's no real buying in the market, and chances are we're going to trade back in to the structure. So if we get up here, don't don't close off the singles, chances are we're going to trade back into this structure. I'm not really looking at a trade right now. I've got a bunch of meetings and shit that I have to do today. I traded the ES a little bit this morning, and then I had those Bitcoin trades overnight. So I've already hit my daily target, and so I'm not really looking for a trade at the moment. I'll definitely do some analysis and post it before I hop off the computer for the day, though. Um, but I mean, if you're looking here, right? What I'd like to see is to see these single prints fill, and then I'd like to uh, see it hold the low of this structure. So let's say we fill these singles, hold the low of the structure, and then catch a nice trade. You have all these stops, all this basically fuel to kind of ride this up, right? So if you were to take a breakout over the C period, your first target is K and then I um, for ETH, right? And that would be to the upside. And if we go to Bitcoin, I like ETH just because it respects structure so much nicer. Whereas this just kind of looks like a sloppy little mess. Um, and so what you want to see here, there's really no singles. So you're looking more for a break of this value area high test, C, B, K, I. right? So if you were to take a trade off of C, you'd have to understand that if you take that trade off of the C, that it needs to run these B stops, or else you got to get out of that trade, right? If it gets to here and fails and comes back down, you got to cut it. But if it runs these B stops, then you're looking for these K stops here, and that's where you want to take profit at that 33.5. So if you're getting in around like 33.220, right? That take some profit over here, and then look for it to continue up to the I to that 38. Right. That would be a nice trade that I would be looking for on the upside. And then let's head over to um, Trading View because I like to peek at Trading View as well. And so downside, on the downside, I mean you're just getting into kind of like this basically free zone down here. Um, and there is a lot of kind of buying support. So on the downside, I would be very cautious selling down into this. Now, if we come up and rotate, right? So if we trade up here and rotate and can't break any of these tops, consolidate again in the same spot, then you could catch a spot back down to this lower level, right? And that's the thing is, so I post these trade plans, but um, you've got to understand the current price action, right? So here comes ETH with a little bit of a breakout. Um, and you've got to understand what's uh what's going on with the current price action compared to when I posted the play that I was looking for, right? And so like one of the pose or the plays from last night, let's go to Bitcoin, right? One of the plays from last night, you draw the lines by just double clicking on the side. What's up, Bose? um, One of the plays from last night, right? We saw that it traded back down into this consolidation zone. So we took the trade here, 30, I think it was 34.2. We hit two, or I think we hit one of the profit targets, but then we traded back up. Or understanding, that we're not breaking back up into this previous consolidation zone. So you could have either taken the profit and then re-entered the trade, or just held the trade and capture it down. And then the second trade was from here, this consolidation zone, and you see that, because when I posted the play, we're back here. So you see kind of what's happening, and it's up to you guys to kind of decipher what is actually going in the market at the time and then compare it to the actual time that it's posted. Um, because it can get quite confusing when it comes to things like that. But the upside, I mean, the upside target I still like on on Bitcoin, but it's got a long ways to go before it gets up there, right? So look, we traded up. We have these single prints we didn't fill, and you know, where's my box at? And what we're seeing is this structure. So is it gonna hold off the top of the structure like we were talking about? Is it gonna hold this level and then try to fill it, or is it gonna break back down into the structure? And then that's when you can start looking for more. What happens is sometimes, right, it trades back down into the structure and it didn't fill all the singles on the first time. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's just gonna, fall off of a cliff. What we're looking for here is, if it doesn't hold this and it breaks back down into structure, you have, let's see, let me draw them like bars. So, if we get another bar that opens up, and let's say it looks like this, right? Then we get another bar, and it looks like this. Maybe it hits a little bit of stops to the downside. Maybe we'll just run the singles right off the bat. Who knows? And then we get another bar. It kind of looks like this. Well, this is just giving you fuel because there's stops up here. So the next time we come up, it might give us the fuel to close these singles off, right? It does look like they are trying to, but it looks like sellers are defending. Um, I do kind of expect a late day rally, just because of all the options uh, Expiring? You said Bitcoin's on a short squeeze?
Short squeeze.
Um, Not yet.
We gotta get a
But
short squeeze emoji.
I could see us short squeeze into the day, that or the end of the day. That's why um that's kind of what I'm looking at is, all these people that are short overnight and selling to hedge against all the calls they bought, they're eventually going to have to buy them back. And, that's what could cause a nice little pop up. But that doesn't mean I'm just going to buy right here because I expect that, right? I'm going to wait for my setup, my setup up here by C to run these stops. What constitutes a new period? These are just based off of time zones or times that are traded. So this is the London session. We have the Asia session back here. You have the CME session, and then you have another session. I forget what it's called on here. Um,
Brad, I'm gonna. My dog is freaking out
Pre-close.
cause she
You're
has to
good.
go
Yeah.
on water and shit. Yeah. Give me a sec.
It's called pre-close, and it's just basically like the time in between the end of the U.S. cash session and like the Aussie session and the Australia session. Because I think the Aussie session opens up um like 2 or 3 hours before the Asia session opens. Yeah, exactly, Andy's done for the day. And unfortunately, I have a bunch of shit I have to do today, so I'm still gonna be having to take care of some stuff. But yeah, I mean, I won't have to worry about, uh making the daily bread because I'll have been done. I should say Elon's tweet is a catalyst for this dip. What did he uh what did he tweet? Because he texted me yesterday. I let everybody know in the Discord. Crypto Chemist and I were talking about it. That we were going to go down. So I don't know what he tweeted. Let's take a peek. He had to create a new account too, didn't he? Because he got banned or something, or blocked for a second. Let's see, what did he tweet? My Shiba Inu named Floki. Which tweet are you talking about? Timing is everything. I'm going to invade Russia is the summertime, right? Oh, they made a in the summertime, right? Oh, but you're saying A, B, and C. Oh, so yeah, so A, B, and C. So that's these are 30-minute periods. Oh, he deleted the tweet. So these are 30-minute periods. Yeah, he probably got a message saying like, hey, you can't do that. Yeah, so the C period is a 30 minutes, D is 30 minutes, E is 30 minutes. That's what makes up these periods. Somebody asked the question of hybrid, is there the same amount of fuel to go lower? Um, for Bitcoin, let's see. Yeah, so I like this Bitcoin short down here below this low. And the reason being is because there is a lot of fuel down here, and that's kind of what I'm waiting for. My position closed up here. I didn't jump back in the short because we were jumping on the stream, but if Bitcoin gets below this level here, I'll have it locked. If Bitcoin gets below this level here, I will probably re-enter the short, and then my targets are, going to be at these lows. And I'm watching. So if I enter a short around this period, right, what I'm looking for is that it's going to break. So if I enter here at 32 2, uh, let's just call it 32 330 or 320. I'm looking for how it acts when it comes down to 32 157, right? If it doesn't just break these stops, right? Because there's a lot of stops at this level. If it doesn't just break these stops, well, that's letting me know like, okay, I need to just get out of this trade and accept, that it wasn't a good spot to get in, right? And so what I'll look for is it for it to break, hesitate, break, and then this will be my first target, right? Uh, not too much, right? About a little bit over 300 point trade, right, to get to my first target. Um, and then my second target is going to be here, which is going to put me around, 600 points. That's where I'll take another 33%. And then, I'll start letting my runner go and I'll trail the runner down, right? And look to see if it's going to keep going or if it's going to start to come back, right? That is how I'm setting up for the rest of the day.
Get that runner. We've got a runner.
Let me ask another question. I saw it in there. I'm just trying to find it, guys. Current price action, I answered that. Be great to get a review of your thoughts before going forward for a trade.
Oh, that was from
Um,
Strange Magic, right?
yeah. Was there a question before that?
Not that I remember. No.
You just wanted, Strange, you just wanted us to look at like the next possible trades.
What am I trying to look for on here? Let's see. Oh, here it is.
Are you using trailing stop loss on the runner? No, I'm just manually sliding it. The trailing stop loss serendipity will get like back ticked, right? And that's one thing that just pisses me off is when I get back ticked and then the move continues. So, have we posted the recording from the training last weekend yet? No, we have not posted it. I think it is going to get posted, but it's going to get posted in that other um the TTV TPO Bootcamp Discord. Penny drop stops equals stop loss order being placed. Yo, Luis, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, Andy's that's the feeling like, and that's the feeling I want everybody to get to is being able to be done for the day, right? And go, do whatever it is that they like to do, right? I just changed to green, but um, if you want to go play some ping pong, or if you want to play some foosball, or if you want to, play some football, if you just want to chill and sit on your couch and not have to be at work all day, right? If you want to kick it with your kids, that's really what I like to do. Um, which is, beat up my kids. So I like to wrestle. My son loves to wrestle. He's gonna be a little animal when he gets a little bit older.
Yeah, man, he's never gonna get bullied, bro. If you're wrestling him, geesh.
Yeah, he doesn't get bullied. I mean,
Yeah.
he's like the nicest kid in the world too. So like when he'll be like messing around at jujitsu and he'll like accidentally hurt some kid and he'll be like, "Are you okay? I'm sorry." Well, my daughter's savage. Feel like hip toss you and be like, "Bitch."
No, yeah, man, dude. Like, female fighters are no joke, bro. Honestly, no joke,
He like
bro.
enjoys watching people, get fucked up.
Hey, man, he got that.
He's, he's got that killer instinct and he's like,
Yeah, bro.
I don't know which one's worse, if you get your ass beat and someone just laughing at you, if someone beat your ass and they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I can imagine, man. Like the parents, like in the jiu-jitsu practice, like looking at Curtis, and then they look at you, and you're like, hey, what can you do? You know, I mean, it's jiu-jitsu. I mean,
"Yo, Luis, you got your 100% from the VA, bro. Welcome." Me too.
oh, nice, dude.
It's a great feeling.
Nice. Luis, time to invest. Got him.
For real, yeah.
Yeah, that's good though. That's good.
And if you're in Massachusetts, right, the cost of living isn't too bad out there. Like if you get 100%, you're looking at like around 3 grand a month for life and full healthcare. So, you can really stretch that out for sure. Yeah, Andy's that's my goal here for everybody is um, to to get you guys to that point where, it's time to value and you guys are able to enjoy life, right? That's the thing is like, especially with all the inflation and all the stuff going on in the world, I feel like everyone is just spends so much time working. So if we can, help you guys out to the point where you can start enjoying your life and, doing whatever it is you want to do, more of it, that's the goal. Dan, yeah, I have a tool called Epic Pen, and that's what I use to draw. It's like 25 bucks, I think. It's worth it. Plus SSDI, yeah. Yeah. And I mean, there's so much stuff you can do, bro. You can do like your GI Bill. You can use Voc Rehab. If you're 100% disabled and you have kids, they get to go to college for free. So,
Oh, that's legit,
you know.
man. I didn't know that. That's dope.
Oh, I watched that documentary. Yeah, there was a lot of like a lot of drama with that. But that was a really interesting thing. So far, this is the most informative YouTube video. Thanks, Tulia.
Dude,
Yeah.
my ferret is going insane. What are my animals doing today? Give me one sec, man. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll make sure everyone adds it to the top of the list.
This thing is bathing himself inside the water, man.
Well, they're in a new spot. You guys just moved into the apartment, so they're like, ah,
Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. My dog's been doing
you
that,
know,
dude.
like,
Yeah, yeah, my dog is going crazy, dude. She's like checking out the windows and stuff, and then the ferret is just like I don't have its bowl or whatever. I had these new dog bowls for my dad's old dog, and I just went ahead and took that, filled it up with water, put it in his cage because he has a tiny one, so he likes like dunking his arms in there. I've recorded him doing it a few times. It's kind of funny, but I put the whole bowl in there, bro, and he's just bathing in that thing.
yeah, I mean, well, yeah, it's season new, so.
Yeah, yeah, I kind of noticed that too. They're kind of going ballistic a little bit.
Fraser, what kind of bike do you have? Oh yeah, running the sucks. Yeah. Oh, is it like an actual definition?
Let's see. Dictionary. Running the stops. Definitions of running the stops. Oh wait, this is legit. What the heck?
I don't see my name in here anywhere,
Yeah, right.
Andy's.
They gotta
What's
coin
going
this,
on
man.
here? Can I
Gotta
get some credit for running the stops?
gotta coin this, man. That's crazy. Somebody actually
Oh, you
found
got a
this too.
CBR 600? Nice.
Oh, Andy's found it.
Yeah,
Good
and
stuff.
he's the man. Yeah, I have a Softail Slim. It's a 1700 Harley. I love to ride my motorcycle. I don't get to do it a lot, with the kids. I took my daughter on a ride, not far, but my wife was not happy. She said she was too young, so got a bit of trouble that day. So yeah, I think that wraps it up. I've got to get some stuff done here at 9:30. So I got to get ready to go do that. And then I'll be around on the Discord as much as I can and make sure that you guys are out here managing risk and sticking to your trade plan. Don't force these trades, guys. Let the trades come to you.
It's been a
And
good day.
and and look what's happening here. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you're good, man. You're good.
Like we were talking about when we were in E and E was peaking above, it comes right back down into the structure. And now it's going to test the top of that structure again. And so that's like I was saying when I was drawing those bars, is that it's building the fuel itself, right? The market maker is building the fuel itself because there's not enough buyers to push the market up. So what it's doing is it's bringing the market up, getting people to sell into the market. And when you become a seller, immediately you turn into a buyer because you have to buy it back right? So it's getting all these people in, right? Buying them all in, and then it will look to rip them up, right? That's what the market makers do. And so that's what you recognize is you recognize what's happening here before it's happening, and you understand there's going to be stops here, stops up above C, right? And then as we get some rotations, when it gets up to that point and you start to see the momentum building, that's where you hop on the train, right? And launch yourself with this stop run to catch that move. And sometimes you do have to mark it in, right? If it's going to be, I mean, I wouldn't say here's going to be a market in situation because, it's a pretty slow market right now. But sometimes when you get some momentum, I remember a couple of weeks back, actually maybe like a couple of months back, I posted, it was like when I first got in the Discord, I posted uh Elon tweet that Tesla said they're going to stop accepting Bitcoin. Um, and then about 2 minutes later, boom, the market just took a piss, right? And that was a market in situation. As soon as that tweet hit my news feed, I was just like, let me get in there for a second, right? And if I was wrong, I'll cut it. But I want to make sure that I'm in, so I'm not missing that move, right? And sometimes you just got to mark it in, right? So the fees are going to be a cost, but I mean, it ended up being, a great trade. That trade was, that's probably about like 41K, I think, or something like that. So, and it came down pretty nice. So
Nice.
too bad Honda has fallen from grace. I've ridden a lot of like street bikes or like the crotch rockets like that, but then a little bit too dangerous for me now. I tend to be like, oh, I can do a wheelie. And I got kids, wife, shit going on, so I don't want to have a broken leg for a couple of weeks or a couple months or some shit like that. Exactly. Yeah, Alex, that's exactly what's happening. Yeah, when the market's consolidating, the market makers are building their position. That is exactly what's happening. Honda is a very decent quality brand. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a Honda lawnmower that it'll probably last forever.
Nice.
Yeah, Honda Motors make excellent engines. Usually market in and limit out. Yeah, that's not a bad way to go, Luis. As we go forward, and we start getting you guys over to the futures market, and especially as the increase comes on for the the crypto futures, and you guys want to keep trading crypto or you want to, jump over to some of these other markets, um, you can see that. So Brad, when you set up the Bybit affiliate account, will you also show the trades on stream? I mean I could do that. It's just like what's the point, right? That's what everyone else is doing. I'm not really here to show you that, I can take a $20,000 100x trade, right? That's not really the point of this. The point of this is for you guys to understand what's going on, right? The only reason I'm really trading in the mornings is because this is my schedule. Um, and I'm not sure how it works if you can, I'm not sure. I mean, I know there is somebody that does it, but I don't know if you can actually show real trades, if execution of real trades on stream without getting in trouble. I know there's people that do it, but um,
Yeah, I've been
but
hearing
I'm
that a lot too. You're not supposed to.
if it's a real trade or not, that's just for you guys to judge, I guess. Um, but my focus when we're streaming is more focused on you guys learning what's going on than actually showing you my gains, right? I'm not a big into that. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't get any satisfaction. I get the satisfaction of looking at the Discord and seeing crypto chemists just nailing trades like to the wall, right? 'Cause you go on the profit and loss hub, like he just fucking lives in there basically because he's just been killing it. Uh, and that's the kind of stuff I like to see. I'd love to see your guys' trade reviews in there. And then, also what I'd like to do in um who was it the other day? I think it was Graham. We were talking about one of the trades that he did. You know, we're going like reviewing it. And if you have a trade, and I think it might have been Chappie's too. Somebody posted like their trade and their reasoning and everything like that. And then we kind of just went over it, right? I like screenshot the picture and then I talked about what I saw going on, and it was actually pretty interesting to do something like that because then I get like a peek inside your guys' mind and see um, what's happening. I will create a new account when you do it set up. Oh yeah, so we are, yeah, Bernard, we are gonna create a Trade Vets account. Um And so maybe we can do like some community trades. That would be cool. Could put some money in there and do like some community trades in like the trade vet account. And then, everything that we make on the account, we can just put back in to the community, right? Put it into like
New projects and stuff. Or
yeah,
that'd be dope.
new stuff.
That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, cryptocurrency. Yeah, and that's what James and I were kind of talking about is that um if you look at if you guys look at testnet and look at the regular Bybit channel, they look pretty similar. They look pretty much exactly the fucking same. So, there's really no way to know for sure. And you can spoof a web address pretty easily if you especially, if you're a programmer. So,
Yeah, exactly, bro.
it's not
Yeah.
very hard because I mean, even I can do it. And I'm not the best with code, but
Yeah.
it's not very hard. And plus, if you can watch YouTube, you can pretty much solve anything. I'm not a air conditioner fixer or whatever they call that, generator mechanic. But last year, my air conditioner went out in the middle of summer, and I called the air conditioning company to come fix it. And they said it's going to be 5 days. So I was like, well, fuck, I'll be dead by then. Took it apart, fixed it myself, and the air conditioner works fine. And it was just basically just getting on YouTube, watching YouTube video on how to troubleshoot, and fixed it. And that was it. So like buying a Lambo to each Discord user. Midnight, I'm still waiting. Like, how are you messaging from a boat? Where's my goddamn baguette? Sourdough baguette.
Dude, I want to try a baguette, bro. Just the name of it.
Have you never had a baguette?
Nah, nah, I've never, nah,
What's
never,
wrong
bro.
with you? Never had
Bro,
a
bro,
baguette? Never watched
bro,
Matrix?
you want me to lie to you and say yes to all the stuff I haven't done just so you don't cook me? Like, or you?
HVAC, that's it, Luis. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah, HVAC, HVAC. Dude, no, the military is now starting to certify hella people for like HVAC, crane
Yeah.
operator, dude. Yeah, man. Sims was showing me, bro. They're starting to get people into those trade jobs.
He's been screenshot with his sim account. I don't doubt it. Yeah.
Oh yes, I know, bro. If somebody has that, please show me it, cause I know he uses it, bro. There's no way. There's no
Trading with
way.
the baguette is just bread. Yeah, exactly.
Is it like a kind of a different kind of bread though? Cause I know certain breads taste good. Like I know uh,
Starlink.
oh, isn't bread Starlink? Oh hell no, that Elon Musk stuff. Um, nah, bro. I heard like different breads taste different. Like in Puerto Rico, they have this I forgot what it was. It's like hard on the outside but super soft on the inside. I think it's Cuban bread actually, and it just tastes different. I don't know. Trying to hit up that baguette, man. He has been caught. I called out in screenshot, and he's shown two of his accounts, 78% or more of his trades. Two his account. Yeah, we try not to talk about it or bring up the subject too much, guys. But I mean, honestly, how much are you gonna try to avoid the reality? That's just what you gotta ask yourself. Crypto's
Is it the number one thing in prisons?
what is?
The HVAC.
Mm. Oh, to get people back into the workforce and stuff.
Yeah, it just I mean it could be depending upon where you live. So if you live on the West Coast where people don't have really attics and don't have basements, a lot of these HVAC guys they gotta crawl through these shitty ass holes where there's like snakes and bugs and shit. So it'd be a shitty ass job. But if you're on the West or the East Coast, everyone's got like attics and basements, so the job is really not too bad. But on the West Coast, yeah, it's probably ass. Crypto's on a boat. On a boat, and I'm going fast. And right, everyone heard that song?
Which is that one parody song?
Yeah, yeah. By the Lonely Island.
Yeah, yeah. I'm on a boat. This man doinked. You think he funny, bro? I will roast you, bro. I will. I will do it. You hear what he
Doink,
said?
how's that song going, Doink? Know what he say?
He said, because I guess I said different breads taste different, and he quoted it, and he goes, he types in, he says, "Words of a genius." I'm like, boy, don't make me roast you,
Uh,
bro. People are getting some good licks in today, man. People are getting some good roasts. First Andy, now doinked, man.
yeah, addicts are hard as fuck. Yeah. It's I mean the job pays well, but it's just a shitty ass job. A lot of jobs that are shitty pay well. That's the thing is some people do shitty jobs that don't pay well. It's like, what's the point of that?
Yeah, exactly. That's why nobody's
Different
working nowadays, man.
boats and hoes. Boats and hoes. It's a fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Alex, different pizzas taste different too. Hey, different coins trade differently as well, guys. It seems to be a inverse correlation in using the word different twice in the same sentence. Different things are different. I'm going to sink his boat. I did install a cannon. This crypto chemist is on one right now.
That's because he hasn't slept in like 12 days.
Right. Crypto chemist stays active in the Discord. That's why he's a mod.
All right, guys,
That's the love.
I really gotta go. I gotta be somewhere in 15 minutes, and the place is
Oof.
about 15 minutes away, so I gotta jump out.
Yeah, you're
Um,
good, bro. I can sign us out if you want.
but I appreciate all you guys. I'll try to be around in the Discord as much as I can. Probably won't be too active until a little bit later today. Midnight. Uh, uh, but yeah, if you guys need me, just ping me, right? Tag me in the Discord or send me a DM or something. And if you guys have trades that you want to go over, like a trade that you took and you kind of like, maybe it went well and you want to see like, did you get lucky or something, or if maybe it went wrong and uh, you want to kind of get some review on it, then just let me know. Yeah, we lost two dislikes actually because we were at five. And then now we're back at three, the classic three.
Classic.
The three that we get every video. We know who they're from. So
The trifecta.
yeah. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful day and I will see you all later. I think we're gonna do a night stream tonight. So we have a raffle to do tonight. I think
Hell
two
yeah.
maybe. So um when 3 a.m. puts out that Instagram pic when he wakes up later, make sure you jump on there, like, share, do whatever, whatever his thing is to jump in that raffle, and then we'll do that raffle on tonight's stream. Yeah, you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, later, bud. Guys, for the raffle, I'm about to sign out real quick, but I'll give you guys this info. Um, so with Insta, so it's people who had the entry for sharing the grad video. I'm reading the message, so like I'm kind of chopping it up. So for Instagram, people had an entry for sharing the graduation video, and then anyone can get another entry for sharing the newest reel on the story an hour before we stream. Okay, so yeah, so people had an entry for sharing the graduation video, so that's step one, share the graduation video. And then step number two is you can get another entry for sharing the real story, like the highlight reel on the picture in Instagram, sharing that before we start the stream on the evening. So he's being very specific here. He said an hour. So yeah, there you go, guys. Right, do those things, and then you guys will be good. Right. I appreciate the roasts. I really do. I love the fact that you guys can roast me because it shows that we can be honest. But just don't expect me to not roast you back because I'm coming for you, Andes. I'm telling you, man. I'm coming. I'm coming at you full sun with the bum bag, man. No, but yeah, you guys been awesome. You guys have been great. All right, we're gonna go ahead and sign out. I gotta still clean up some of this house because I moved in all the stuff and have to organize it. If you guys want to see how my moving in is going and you guys want to get a little snoopy, I will start posting on the Instagram. I already have two posts on there. Check it out. I can post the link in the Discord for you guys. That way you guys can see what's up. I can post it on here. This is the Instagram I made for our trade bets. So Instagram.com/C130.fans. Check that out if you guys want to. But we will have a stream coming up tonight. We will announce it on the Discord as to what time works best. But Thank you guys for participating. Thank you for being awesome. You guys have been great. If you guys need anything, let us know. We can do trade reviews if you guys want, like in the mornings. We can have like a list of trade reviews. That way we can review people's trades and we can keep it anonymous. So we can say such and such person, right? Whatever random user this is sent us this trade. He wants to know what happened. We can look over the setup. So maybe try print screening before you go into the trade and then have like an in-depth analysis. Not too in-depth, but just some, key points of what you did. We can send it over to the Discord, send it to myself, Bitcoin Brad, or 3 a.m. Actually, you know what? Leave 3 a.m. out of the mix because he's working on some other stuff. So send it to myself or Bitcoin Brad, and we can review it in the morning on top of the already morning analysis that we do. And we can just get the ball rolling, guys. Learn together, learn as a community, learn from other people's mistakes, and just move forward, right? Enough of the FOMO, right? Enough of the FUD and the panic and all this other crazy stuff in your brain mixing around, causing you to have all these emotions when you trade, right? Let's just get this money, let's get this bread, and let's do it together as a community, and more importantly, as a family. So you guys have been great. You guys have been awesome. We had so many viewers today. It's insane. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna sign us out. You guys have a great day. Take it easy. We will be back on soon. Check out that Instagram. Check out the Instagrams for the trade vets as well. Check out the Discord and check out the website. It's all in the description. Just hop in there. Check out those links. See if it's something you like. If you don't like it, you won't know unless you try it, right? So just go in there. And if it sucks, leave it, right? But just give it a shot. Anyways, guys, have a good rest of your day, morning, or night, wherever you may be at. Thank you for being here. As Brad always says, manage your risk, stick to your trade plan. Also, one more thing, if you do not want to miss any future videos, especially the one coming up tonight, hit that notification bell and just lightly tap it, and you will be good to go. Check out the Discord for some updates as well as to when we will be streaming. You guys have a good one. Take it easy. Love you guys. This is C130 signing out. Later, guys. Have a good one.